All buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. No game tonight, so you're stuck with us for the next 3 hours. This is highly unusual.
This is where it's like doing a double shift now.
Yeah, I really did ask if we could have some food sent in later and maybe some hot towels so I could clean Fez up every hour on the hour.
3 hours? What the hell? People nuts?
It's 92.3 Free FM. And a little while ago, I'm outside, clear blue sky, and we're getting snow flurries. So I have no idea what Al Gore is up to with this global warming. But I think somehow the Earth is off its axis. I don't know how it happens.
Well, it must be if we don't need clouds for snow anymore.
It should never snow on the Mets or the Yankees. It just doesn't make sense at all. When you come up here from Florida, it should be the spring. Do you honestly get the feeling that baseball starts too early and ends too late? Maybe it would be easy enough to shave 20, 30 games off the schedule for everybody. Now, Earl, I know you're a big ball fan, but seriously, do we need 162?
We have to have 162. It's a journey. The whole season's a journey.
A journey through the snow, though?
Yeah, because it begins and ends in cold weather.
I'd rather listen to Journey.
Yeah. No. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'd rather actually pitch 162 games than to listen to one Journey tune. And no, I'm looking right at you, North Jersey. You're not going to throw that thing on and act like you're ironically singing the Journey song and it's all done in fun. You're singing it because you love it. You know it and I know it. And I'll throw in Neil Diamond the same exact way. Speaking of which, Fez, we got a little hangout night this Saturday night.
That's going to be at F.H. Riley's, Huntington Village on Long Island. That's this Saturday. Starting about 10 o'clock is when the band goes on. That's Art of the Topless, our buddies. So there will be some guest performers, from what I understand, appearing at F.H. Riley's. That's this Saturday. Again, Huntington Village on New York Avenue on Long Island. Looking forward to it. I'll be out there, but I'm probably just going to enjoy the band. Just sit back.
Do me a favor, and I will say this. If you jump up and sing the stupid It Makes Me Fez songs,
yes,
you're paying the tab for us.
What?
Who's ever at our table, because it's at the point now where it's embarrassing. You act like you're not going to sing, then you throw your whole stupid heart into it, and it's embarrassing. It's gotten very adamant. Very adamant. All right, now, from Manhattan, from where we are in Midtown, out to Huntington, I heard it was 4.5 days. Wow. Now, I saw Opie today. He offered, because it's too far from me, but Opie offered to get me a hotel room in between so I have a place to stay, wash up, get a few hours sleep, and then go on and see the show. So maybe I'll leave right now to get out there to Huntington. How far away is it? I keep hearing different things.
I think it's 45 minutes away. That's what I've heard the most.
Now, Earl, did the radio station say they'd grab us the limo?
They will not get us a car. No.
What?
Tom said no.
Why?
He said it's not an official event, and therefore we cannot get the car.
What do you mean it's not an official event?
What the F?
We're there, right?
Yes.
Oh, and they are there.
Yes, they are.
Sounds kind of official to me.
It's 2 shows from the radio station.
What do? Want us to go riding up in a pickup truck? Aren't we there, guys? Everyone says we love you. All right, here's what you need to do. Go pick up a phone, call Eric Logan at XM, and say the boys need to be treated the way they should be treated. That's all you got to say. All right? And by the next break, let me know how you make out.
Yes,
but I'm a little disappointed in Free FM. Come on.
I'm really disappointed.
Yes, I was very shocked myself when they just got that salad firm.
You know, we do a lot of things for them that aren't official as well. And it's not like it's his car. I thought we had a deal.
Yeah, Tom didn't think he had to drive, did he?
No, I'm not going to make him drive.
Oh, what happened backstage at the Hard Rock? Is there anything you guys need? Anything you guys want?
I hear it
anything
every night.
I can get you?
I hear it every night coming in here. Can we get a stapler? Can't do it. Sorry. Things are rough.
You can get a stapler, just no staples.
Between the breaks, give Eric Logan a call. And I'll put down money right now. He goes, I would love to. And I won't even check back with you. Now, if that doesn't happen, or we may have to cancel everything out there. It's Michael from Art of the Topless. He is the drummer. This is one of the 62 bands that he's in right now. Michael, how you doing, buddy?
How's it going, Ron and Fez? I just came back from Florida just for this one show, so I hope it goes well. And I wanted to let Fez, Fez, I think it was my fault that you almost went into cardiac arrest at the Hard Rock because I set the tempo a little too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rocked it up where he really likes to think One by U2. That's how it makes me Fez.
Yeah, you were working on a 45. I'm 33 and a third at best.
I'd even take you back to 78.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you're 78.
We're gonna do like if Fez. I don't know if I haven't gotten the official word that Fez is gonna be there or not. So to me, it'll still be a surprise. But
Right.
if he does want to do It Makes Me Fez, we'll take it down to a crooner level where he can just put on a velvet jacket,
Right.
and kind of work the room a little. You know what I mean?
Work the room and get that whole Deo thing. So it's a call and response.
Yeah, just slow it down a little bit, I guess, like Alanis Morissette in the Hump song.
No one gets that here.
Oh.
That is not like a whole big thing.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, and we didn't play it anywhere on here. All right, Ron and Fez show. Thanks, Michael. Now, what part of Florida were you in?
We were at Christine's parents' house by Marco Island on the Isles of Capri, a little fancy neighborhood.
Oh, nice. I had no idea.
That's not swampland.
Little Isle of Capri, which would be great if it's Italy, but Florida, it's just named after something else.
Yeah, there was no Blue Grotto there, but
Yeah.
it was, I fit right in because, I'm kind of hoity-toity.
You really are. I think of you that way. And the shag is coming back, so this is fantastic for you. They call it a mullet down there. I still stay with shag, though.
I coming back from Florida, it was 80 degrees in New York when I left, 80 to 90 the whole time I'm there. I'm literally still wearing shorts. I'm on the Southern State Parkway now, still wearing shorts. I refuse to put pants on until December.
It is something horrible is happening to planet Earth, and New York is right on the forefront. And I saw the Al Gore thing. I fell asleep twice, but I think we're going to start flooding. I honestly think that unless you're in the top floors, you will drown. I didn't see, like I said, I was sleeping in and out of that movie, but it does not look good for New York when this whole global warming comes down.
Yeah, all of downtown disappears, and a lot of the rest of Manhattan.
Yeah. And then all the animals will be let outside their cages, and they'll be biting people. I've seen this before. All right, Michael.
Just one quick thing. I'm not worried about global warming because I saw another documentary called The Perfect Storm, and things are going to get colder, so global warming is a lie.
Well, is it a perfect storm, just the three waves hitting at the same time?
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm not going out fishing that deep. That's a little too far for me. All right, thanks, Mike.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Peace out, buddy.
All right,
There
Art
he
of the
goes.
Topless, they will be at F.H. Riley's. That's this Saturday, Huntington Village on Long Island.
By the way, his wife, Christine, not a big fan of your singing.
Really?
Yeah, 866-3133, 866-3133. Fez, I know you went and saw your psychiatrist today.
Right.
Because you're a little, I guess the word they use is Looney Tunes. A couple of problems.
It's not the official term, but sure.
What did the psychiatrist say to you?
The psychiatrist wants me to come back and see another psychiatrist. The doctor I talked to today, she said, all right, this is a little bit more than I feel comfortable dealing with.
Really?
Yeah, and is going to recommend me to someone else that she feels is more qualified to handle me.
Wow. Now, did she give you any kind of background stuff?
We went through my background and the anxiety and the panic attacks and some of the depression and everything. Mm-hmm. And she not only said that I feel someone else might be better qualified to treat you, she also said, I want to get you into treatment ASAP.
What does she consider treatment? Drugs?
Yeah, she definitely says drugs. She wouldn't give me any drugs. She goes, I'm not going to be able to treat you. I need someone else to do that. She goes, I think you need drugs. I'm not going to say which ones I think because I'm not going to be the doctor in charge of your case.
Wow. So you need a super doctor or some kind of half psychiatrist, half robot.
Yeah, and I need a super shrink and to get in there because my next appointment was going to be April 17th, 12 days from now. And she's like, that's way too long to wait. You need to get back in here immediately and start some sort of treatment.
You must have been putting on your full Fez act today.
Well,
Did you give her the grand tour?
She visited Panic Town, yes. She got to meet the mayor.
Fez will occasionally go in there with these shrinks and just give them the full trailer, the coming this summer trailer of all his scary moods.
We had to go through every aspect of a panic attack and every aspect of the anxiety, and it was like I was living it all over again because, you know, shortness of breath, chest discomfort, you go through all of it
Right.
to the point of, yes, I'm having it right now, is what I screamed at her as I almost pulled the armrests off the chair.
So if you start to talk about it, you start to feel it.
Yeah, it takes me right there to that place.
And your other problem is the last time you went to a psychiatrist, you had bad reactions to the drugs.
Oh, yeah, because they put me on antidepressants, some other SRIs or whatever they call them, and total bad reactions to that. And I'm just trying to explain to her how bad of a reaction I had to these drugs, so she's absolutely aware of my situation. And I don't know if I was making it clear enough to her. I guess I did when she decided, hey, I'm going to need a Nobel Prize chemist to work with you instead of herself.
You give her the full tears?
Yeah, she got the tears, too, which the psychiatrist, medical doctor, could care less than the tears.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
A therapist, that's like good to them. But a shrink, they just see you as endless amounts of chemicals anyway.
Right, she's just looking at my bloodstream, not my tears streaming down my face.
Yeah.
And then just going through a bunch of stuff with me. At one point, out of the blue, she's asking me questions.
Right.
Out of the blue, no lie, this woman looks at me and goes, "Pee-shy?"
She said that to you?
I swear to you.
So all these things that you do, which, by the way, he will leave a restroom if another person comes in. He can't use most public restrooms unless you're alone.
Right, yeah. If I have the place to myself, then I can get it done. But I gotta hurry because I am scared to death someone's gonna come walking through that door and it'll cut me off.
So all the things that you were saying somehow also pulled in the fact that you're bathroom shy.
Yeah, and I mean, she just said it. I mean, we were talking about all kinds of different things. We were talking about social activities, and then she just looked at me and went, "Pee-shy?" I didn't even know that was a medical term.
It's textbook.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know who I honestly blame this on? And maybe, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even say because I'm just jumping to conclusions. I haven't even heard all your stuff.
Well, who?
Who do I blame this on?
Yeah.
Without even knowing everything,
Right?
I'm going to say the blacks.
The blacks.
I was going to blame the whites.
Well, point counterpoint. That's me and you. We're always on different side. That's why I want to get us a CNN show. I think it's the blacks.
I think it's the whites.
These two will never agree. Coming soon to CNN. Point counterpoint. Here's Doug. Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Long time listener since the NEW days. Never got my big ass card, but can I get a hoo-ah?
Yeah, you're going to get it just for being cool.
All right. Listen, Fezzy, if you want to go drug free, I suffer from panic attacks, real bad anxiety to the point where I couldn't even get out the door. I started to get agoraphobia. What you got to do is there's a really good book. It was recommended to me by my
Let me
parents.
guess. It's called Baby Steps.
Groundbreaking new book.
What's the book?
This book is called Feeling Good, and it is called Feeling Good, the New Mood Therapy, actually, by David D. Burns. It's more of a workbook.
Feeling good. I'm starting to feel good. All right, thanks, Doug. I'll look into that. Now, I gave you the book, Fez. It was porn, and you said you weren't comfortable with it.
No, not at all. It didn't help any anxiety. I know that much.
For me, it always takes my mind off my problems. I consider a workbook.
It wasn't so much self-help.
Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Fez, I have something to help you out. I used to suffer from depression and panic attacks when I was around 16. They put me on medication. Now, I actually started taking this class they have in New York City, right outside Madison Square Garden. It's called Personal Dynamics. It's a course that millions of people have been taking and starting to catch on. This could probably help you out a lot to help you.
Is this
cope.
Scientology?
What was that?
Scientology?
No, Scientology. No, this is actually It's actually it's a very persuasive course, but it helps you. It's about 7 days long, and it'll help you get over a bunch of things in your life that's affecting you.
So what's the gimmick behind all this?
It's basically almost like a mentor speaking in front of the room, and he's giving you. He goes back and.
I swear to God, Fez, it sounds like you're going to be in Jonestown.
I know.
By the time we get out of this, I want to go. Can I talk to Fez? Oh, Fez doesn't want to talk to you or his family anymore. He's very happy working on the farm picking peanuts.
I'll be part of a timeshare padded room that I'm just paying my savings into.
You scared the psychiatrist off today, huh?
I scared one off. This is like, now this is a therapist and a psychiatrist that in the past month, Ron, have said, I can't help you. You are beyond me and my abilities.
What if they just shot you in the neck with like an elephant dart? I think a lot of people have been helped by that.
That might help me nap, but I don't know, once I wake up, I think all the problems are still going to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. At least for the time being, I can get some rest when you're just laying there quiet, knocked out.
That was brutal to sit there because I'm sitting right across from her like I am sitting across from you.
Yeah.
And when she's saying, I'm going to have to refer you to somebody else, you just feel like you're in the zoo exhibit. You can feel you don't realize you're so nuts until somebody says, hey, you're so nuts, I can't help you.
You honestly thought they would be able to help you, knowing what you do. Because I've known you forever, and I can't help you. Other than coming up with, give you a porn book and shooting you in the neck with an elephant dart. Which,
That's
I
all
honestly
you've
think,
tried.
So what? You know what? Just for fun, I shot myself in the neck. Still was able to drive. I don't know what it is about me, but I can really handle drugs.
Well, at least this doctor is getting me somebody else. There wasn't, hey, get out of here and take your stinking psyche with you.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, how you doing, man?
What do you say, buddy?
Listen, I'm tired. Everybody who listens to this show has depression, anxiety attacks. Everybody's got a cure for Fezzy.
Hey, have you ever been to a party, Tony? All anyone talks about is the meds they're on anymore. I remember we would just call it drugs and try not to let people know what we were on. Now everybody gets these meds and they're loving them. Loving them. Oh, I'm trying to come up with a whole new thing. Yep. Let me just shoot you in the neck with a dart. Just drop you like an elephant.
Fez, you didn't feel a sense of relief and release, just letting go, like just saying, hey, these are my problems. This is what I'm going through.
Let me tell you something, Earl. When I met up with him today, it was right downstairs here. He was like a rumpled bed. I thought he had just had sex with someone. I don't know what took place down there, but you looked crazy, Fez. Your hair was going one way, your suit one way, your shirt the other way.
I swear, this doctor needs a new chair in her office because I think I sweated through a chair while I was in there. I was in such a panic and just dripping sweat, and she's watching me wipe the sweat off of me.
Why don't you just start smoking?
Smoking's not going to help me. Besides, I had the heart attack.
That's bad for your heart?
Yeah, that smoke, that nicotine, that'll go right in that artery again.
Someone told me that it forms a protective cloud around your heart to keep it safe from toxins.
That person was wrong.
Well, then you tell Dave he's wrong, because he's the one who got me on the protective cloud of nicotine bit, and I believe in it. I honestly do. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fezzy.
Yeah.
Here's what you got to do, buddy. I was going through the same thing. My life was in shambles when it came to things like that, agoraphobia. I had to sit down. I had to look at my past, and I had to say, what is making me do this really? And then the only thing I figured out was there's no meds, there's no doctors, there's the guy in the mirror. That's the only way you're going to toughen up and realize you got to.
Is this Michael Jackson calling us? Are you looking at the man in the mirror?
That's what I need to do.
And he's got to tell you to change your ways, brother. You got to honestly look inside and say, I'm done with this crap. I got to live my life, and I got to enjoy my life, and I'm tired of sweating and afraid to pee in front of guys. It's ridiculous, man. You're a man. You got one life to live. Deal with it now and move on, buddy.
Thank you, Matt.
Basically, he's telling you to take a lap, Fez.
Yeah.
That's what my old coach used to say to us. If we rub some dirt on it and ran it off, we'd all feel great.
It probably will work, but I'm never going to stand in front of a mirror and say, stop being afraid to pee in front of guys.
Why not? Maybe that is one of the things. Maybe that would feel like an accomplishment if you weren't. You know what, Earl? Get a bucket. I'm going to have you, Fez, and Dave all use it together. And Fez, you will accomplish what you set out to do.
3 on a bucket?
Being able to go in front of other guys will help you.
I don't even think I could go in the bucket by myself.
All right, I don't understand this. If you're afraid of that, right? How do you make out doing three-way sex? What happens?
I don't have 3-way sex.
How do you live? How do you live? We need to take a break here. Always something with Fez Whatley. Always a psychiatrist, a therapist, a cardiologist. There's always something going on in your life.
Another ist for me.
Nothing good. Never like, hey, great news, I hit the lottery. Hey, did you hear the good news? I bought a boat. He never has news that's happy.
That would be nice.
That's all you got to do. Could you see you out on a boat?
No way.
I'd have to end up tying you to the sail. Ron and Fez show.
This Sunday, it's back. Entourage, all new episodes of Entourage this Sunday, starting at 10 o'clock right after The Sopranos and only on HBO.
Love Entourage, Fez. Love what they're doing. Love all the guys on the show. And we're in our, what, 4th season now of Entourage?
I think, actually, this is Season 3, Part 2.
Oh, I see.
I think that's
'Cause
officially...
we took that little break?
Yeah, I think that's officially what they're calling it.
Well, good, because I need to wrap things up with Ari Gold before this. You got gold, baby. You got gold. Here's what I do love about Entourage. Here we are, ending the end of the 3rd season. And the guys have shown no personal growth. It's the best I did, because I'm like, these guys remind me of guys that I grew up with. Everybody on the show was supposed to be from Queens. They head out to L.A. And what do they do, Fezzy? They go through L.A., they go through Hollywood like a hot knife through butter.
Now, Part 1 of Season 3 is out on DVD now, so you got a couple days to get all caught up before the new episodes start on Sunday. And you can pick that up at the new HBO shop, all your Entourage stuff right there at 42nd Street and 6th Avenue.
Best show on TV right now. Give us a call right now. We'll give away an Entourage prize pack, 866-313-FREE, 866-313-FREE. Earl, who do you relate to as part of the Entourage pack? E? You think you're the man behind the man.
I totally identify with Eric.
If anything, you're Turtle. You are the Turtle of our gang here. Eastside, who you identify with?
I identify with Johnny Drama.
You are, without a doubt, Johnny Drama.
Yes.
You live in your own world, and yet somehow things come out. Fezzy, who was it for you?
Ari.
I had you more as the Russian house cleaner.
Oh.
Remember when they had her for one? It was great.
As long as you didn't say Lloyd. New episodes of The Sopranos start this Sunday, right after The Sopranos. It's new episodes of Entourage starting this Sunday, 10 o'clock, and only on HBO.
Yeah, buddy, it's the Ron and Fez show. 866-313-FREE. The website, ronfez.net. Check them out. Listen to a lot of stuff on there, Fezzy, when I think we still cared. That's the beauty of it. You can go back and listen to times that you're like, you know what? They seemed somewhat into it. They were not just going through the paces in those days.
So I had my therapy session today.
Oh, my God, are we still talking about this?
But this is a weird thing that happened, besides her bringing up.
To me, the weirdest thing is that they let you out. I am totally shocked, and I lose $50 that you came back.
Well, when she was giving me her recommendation saying that she can't treat me as a psychiatrist and then needed someone else, she's one of these slow talkers, and she's going, my recommendation is, and I was just waiting for alarms and sirens to go off and Nut Hut, the guys in the white coats to come in with the big net.
Yeah, so go ahead.
But then she was telling me, I just can't treat you. That ended up being a blessing. So, also, this woman would not shake my hand. It was very odd. She kind of came out and met me in the lobby, put her hands.
Maybe she doesn't want to catch crazies. I don't blame her. If I was working with nuts all day, I don't think I'd be shaking hands. You could catch some loony on there.
And then she just kind of ended the session. She wouldn't shake my hand when she met me. And then when she ended the session, she just sat there and went, okay. Didn't even say we were done, and again, wouldn't shake my hand.
Hey, guys, great news. I just got off the phone with Eric Logan. He took care of it. We're going to have a limo for tomorrow night. He said he was glad to do it, and he said you guys should be treated like the stars that you are.
Well, it's very kind of him. I wouldn't call us stars, but it was very, very kind of him.
I would.
Thank you very much, David. But that is very nice. Does he realize this is not an XM gig? It's just, we're heading on over to see all of our friends and hang out.
At F.H. Riley's in Huntington Village, Long Island?
Again, he's like nothing but the best for you guys. He goes, every time you guys go out, you guys should be treated. It's like you guys are stars. I'm going to treat you like stars.
Totally agree.
Wow, that's very, very nice.
I mean, we're talking about Mr. Bennington and Mr. Whatley.
Thank you, Johnny Drama. I'm very, very excited to hear that.
Talking about New York radio.
All right, here's the thing, though. Again, check back with Opie about the hotel to really rest up before you go all the way from Manhattan all the way out to Long Island. It really does seem to me like we need a week off for that. It seems far.
You deserve it.
You're very, very excited right now with your Yankees and your Mets. You like the Yankees. Your chick is with the Mets.
She loves the Mets, and what can you say? 3-0, just went into St. Louis and spanked the world champion Cardinals.
Yeah.
David Wright, everyone's all over the place. Beltran 2 home runs last night.
By the way, Kate's come up with a good idea. Get the car for Saturday, not for tomorrow, Earl, since the gig is Saturday.
Yes, sir. I'm a day ahead. I think it was Friday.
Yeah. Well, you need to remember your plug in here at all times. Hey, there's me, and I can't believe it. Little Shell. Instead of being in here, Shell, I'm glad that you're watching along. It's so nuts the way people are. And your mom actually canceled your Easter party so she could go to the Yankees game.
Yeah, we spend every Easter together on Sunday and tried to get me to go to they even had a name for it. They called it Easter Saturday, as if that's going to all of a sudden...
That's a lie of a name.
...confuse us and it's Easter Saturday.
Who's all going to the Yankees game on Sunday?
Just my mom and my dad, and the rest of us brothers were supposed to go to our house on Saturday for, our every year egg hunt, even though we're people in our early 30s.
That is embarrassing.
We still have to do that. And my mom even likes it if we do it in our pajamas, too. She wants us to do it in the morning and doesn't let us shower. It's really sick.
She's decided to raise her kids retarded because that is really stupid for middle-aged people.
Right. So they're really hardcore Yankee fans, or so you would think, because they went to the opening day on Tuesday, and I asked them, how was the game and everything? And they're like, it was great. They won 9-5. And I said, that sounded great. What time did you get home? We got home early because we left in the 6th inning. It's the 6th inning. It's opening day. If there's one game outside of Game 7 of the World Series you stayed for, it's a day game too. And when they left in the 6th inning. It was 5-5.
Oh God!
it was a tie game.
But made great time going home. Of course you did. Of course you made great time going home.
Mr. B, she goes, it was so exciting when Jorge Posada hit that home run in the 7th. I go, you heard it on the radio in your car. You had tickets there. You could have been watching it in person. So I can't understand.
Here's a little question for you. What do you think is worse? Is it actually leaving the game early or leaving a concert early and missing the encore? 866-313-FREE, 866-313-FREE. What people bug you more, Earl?
Anyone who leaves a game early.
Yeah.
Because, especially with baseball, you never know where a game's going to turn.
This is what bugs me, and I agree with you 100%. Even if the score is 12-1, I already paid for the tickets. I came to the game. I'm staying. But when you leave a concert early, there are tons of people who have never seen the song Jumpin' Jack Flash done live because, normally a band is going to use the big hit as the encore. When you do not stay for the encore, and tons of people do it, because they want to get home early, they end up missing that.
Well, that I totally don't understand, because a rock concert's a special thing where you pay for months in advance.
Right.
And you're like, you plan the whole day out of it. You do everything. You get your booze and your sub and everything.
And then normally, too, let's say this, for a concert, you don't know, on that encore, Lou Reed could come out. You have no idea. There's always that, hey, we have a special guest.
Right.
Jim Morrison is back from the dead. That's when he's going to walk out.
That happened to me at the U2 show at the Garden. We were getting ready to leave early, and then we went, no, let's stick around. And who comes out and they do Instant Karma? Patti Smith. It was an unbelievable moment.
And that's what happens all the time. Why were you going to leave early, Earl? You don't even have a car.
No, but because...
You wanted to get an early walk out of there?
No, because a lot of the stadium shows, unfortunately, they're so choreographed with all the effects and everything, you can almost telegraph how the show's going to end and what effects they're going to use.
But you are not going to see the big show, the big encore. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
It's got to be leaving the game early.
It drives me batty, those people.
You can always go to the bootleg on the concert.
Yeah.
Get a copy of the concert. It's never the same watching the game over again.
And you never know what game you are leaving. If you're a fan, if you're a guy who doesn't care, say that. But don't be like Dave's parents and have tickets to how many games they got over the season.
25.
And they
30.
They leave 25 games early.
Yep, absolutely. 100% of the time they're leaving early to avoid some traffic that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, the 6
Well, there is traffic.
It's not that bad, though. They have season parking, and their season parking gets them right out to the GW. They're there in 5 minutes.
Here is Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Listen, what was it? 6 years ago, David Cohn pitched a perfect game for the Yankees. Remember that game?
Yeah.
I had just moved to New York. I went with my buddy Dave. Seventh inning comes around. My buddy Dave says, we got to get out of here. This place is going to fall apart if he pitches a perfect game. I, like an idiot, decide to leave with him. I hear the crowd going nuts over the radio. I left the perfect game early.
Now, were you guys afraid that they would riot if there was a perfect game?
I didn't know. I had just moved to New York. I figured this is my buddy. He's lived there his whole life. He knows what he's talking about.
It's just insane.
So the stadium's going to fall down on top of us. We got to get out of here.
To me, you live your life now like Barabbas. You live with a certain shame, and there's a certain scar on you that you will never get rid of.
Well, he could have been a part of history, but no, he walked away.
My parents left David Wells' perfect game, and I'm watching it on TV. I hear they call me as soon as he gets the last out, and I'm like, it sounds pretty quiet in there. Well, we're calling you from the car. What? This is a perfect game.
If you would have told me, can I tell you something? When you came in to be our producer, if you would have told me this story, you wouldn't have got hired. Because I would think that you came from bad genes. I would go, this guy cannot be trusted. He's not a closer. Sandy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Sandy.
Hi. I would have to say a game. I was at the Monday night comeback game for the Jets with Miami, and people were leaving because it was disaster. Well, naturally, you know what happened. The Jets came back, and everyone was out in the parking lot trying to scurry back in to get back, into their seats.
Yeah, I say don't let them back in.
No.
I say they never get back in when that happens. Hey, John. John, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, John. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, guys. First of all, love your show.
Thanks, buddy.
It's just amazing that the people that leave and bitch about the traffic aren't really true fans. It's always about the traffic.
Do you ever notice that the people
else.
with the best seats leave the earliest?
Absolutely.
It's always, you see those people like, we need to get out of there. And you can see what wasted seats they are.
It's really, especially in basketball, too. The seats are always almost gone.
Hey, that's true. And the basketball games, and so they end up playing to empty seats all the time now.
You're sitting right a row behind like Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson during the Chicago era, and yet if they were blowing a team out, people are gone. What's wrong with you?
And what do those tickets cost down there? $300, $400 a piece?
Minimum.
And you're thinking, yeah, let's get out of here. You paid for something, and then you want to leave early. Billy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, a few years back when Michael Strahan was one sack away from breaking the all-time sack record, I went to the game. I'm a Jet fan, but I went with some major Giants fans to the game, and I think it was like 2 minutes left in the game, and they decided to leave. Wasn't going to happen today. We're walking across the parking lot. We hear the stadium erupt in applause and cheers, and we broke the all-time sack record as we got to our car.
Well, at least you and your buddy got out of there early enough to have a little private time to make out. 866-313-FREE, 866-313-FREE. I don't understand people. If you're eating pizza, you're going to say, I'm not going to eat the crust so I can leave here early. You're going to eat what you pay for. Why aren't you doing that with your game tickets? And why do you... No, you're different. Even though your parents, both of them, they leave early.
Yeah, I stay. I've been to games where it was 15-3 Rangers beat the Yankees one time.
Yeah.
You have to drag me out of my seat. I stay there beyond the last pitch. I hear the Sinatra New York, New York song about 7 times before I finally leave.
You want to be one of those people that go, come on, buddy, get out. Come on, buddy, get out of here because I can't put up with you anymore. We're turning off the lights. Let's see, Rich. Rich, you're on the run. Whoops. Let me try again. Hey, Rich, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Yeah.
I go to a lot of Met games, and I get the crappiest seats up top, and then I walk down to the field level gate where I got the security guy, and I wait for people to come out, and I go, "Are you leaving?" And if they say yes, I go, "Can I have your stuff?" And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting behind the third base line, right over the dugout.
There you go. That's the guys that should be down front too.
Yeah. And I love, like, rain delays when people can't take that and they have to go home early. Boom. I'm sitting right behind the dugout.
Sure. If you can get away with it. Yeah. Sometimes they act like, oh, you can't sit down here. Why not? Who else is here? Well, we don't know. The Coca-Cola people may be back. Oh, God. It drives me nuts. Here is Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. I love the show. First time caller. Listen, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how the corporate seats are the people that are taking over the stadium, and you were just mentioning they're the people that are leaving early. You know, they're placing the casual fan out of the sport.
It is true. It's the corporate people, because I don't see any way true fans of a team. Now, I see the Yankee fans leaving early. I wouldn't imagine Mets fans are going to go home as early, because the Mets fans are more of a true sports fans. They're not just bandwagon jumpers. And I'm not saying that you yourself are not a true sports fan. And I'm not even accusing you of that. But you got people on your bandwagon.
I agree.
You got big corporate people on the Yankee bandwagon, and you got people who aren't New Yorkers on the bandwagon. They just want to be part of history.
But can I say this? I think a lot of Mets fans, or the Mets, are getting a lot of bandwagon fans now.
Let me go over to Pitsy. When you are... last year when they both in the playoffs, you saw 2 different things. First of all, when you're watching the Mets fans, you're watching the Yankees fans. The Yankees fans, especially during the playoffs, basically it looked like Wall Street. It looked like Tony Robbins could come out to sing.
Right.
If you watch the Mets fans, it looked like Mario Alonso was going to come out and sing. And and seriously, it looked like it was ridiculous over there. Who's the real fans?
Oh, the Mets fans are, no doubt about it.
You think it's as bad with people leaving early with the Mets as it is the Yankees?
Not at all. When we stay in the parking lot, we bring enough food for after the game so that we can hang out. You know, so if we want to leave later, we just let the traffic go. And the parking lots are packed after the games. People are there all night. People don't leave.
What are you going to do now that the parking lot in how many spots did they get away?
The Mets lost 2,200 spots.
All right. Before it was already packed up.
Yeah, exactly. It was already a bitch to park.
So what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Well, we have our first game Saturday the 14th, so we're going to leave maybe 7:30, 8 in the morning to get there. And I know there's going to be people there already, so we're going to be screwed.
It'll be great though if you get there early. You and your friends can sit and make rude noises to the women as they walk by.
That's a Mets fan.
Now you, on the other hand, when you go to the Yankees, it'll be easy because you have those tents outside where you can all get together and everybody leaves a little tchotchke bag.
Hey, we do things with class, even our tchotchke bags.
See, I don't know. I never realized, how could you tailgate at Yankee Stadium? There's all different parking lots, and there's that one big parking structure, too.
You don't tailgate in the parking lots. You go to one of the clubs, the stands, bars, all those bars on the periphery. See, Yankee fans, we like to actually get our booze from a bartender.
Well,
like,
you are somewhere,
civilized.
though. You're someplace. When you're out at Shea, you're a long way from
Right.
anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not going to Roosevelt Avenue to go drink beers.
We actually have civilized establishments as Yankee fans.
I mean, I grew up near Shea Stadium along the, I think, the highway.
Yeah, your dad was a vendor, right?
No. People used to they used to tailgate under the underpass.
Right.
They still do.
They still do, like off by the marina. And I remember just driving by. I was like, that looked so incredibly tacky to me. It looked so
And you
low.
lived there.
And I lived there. Yeah.
Man, look how bad this neighborhood is. Home. Here is here's Eric. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
It's 12607 checking in.
What can we do for you, buddy?
What's up, buddies? I think it's worse to leave a concert. I remember 4 years ago, I saw Pearl Jam at the Garden. Place was rocking, and you see like these people in like maybe early 40s just leaving.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have pulled that off.
That's like leaving a movie early. You know, it's a show. It's set up a certain way. Why leave before the ending?
Are you a guy who stays and watches credits?
Oh yeah.
You want to read them all?
Yep, I basically stay until all of a sudden the rating screen comes back up.
No, I would leave a Pearl Jam show if Pearl Jam started playing.
Okay,
that would be
that's
enough.
really
That's
unnecessary.
enough.
Seriously, that would be enough to drive me out.
Mr. B, they're a great band.
When
They're a great band. I don't know why you the hate for the Pearl Jam.
When I saw Eddie, he played with the lights on for 45 minutes because he didn't want to leave. The concert was almost 4 hours long.
You believe in that? Do you believe in that he didn't signal, now it's time to turn on the lights gimmick? Come on, man.
I like theater of the mind. You know?
Yes, well, you know what? There's one board every minute, my friend. That's all part of the show. Here's Jerry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, hello.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I love when people leave the game early. I get to upgrade my seats for free.
Remember when your old man would do that to you when you were a kid? Come on,
go.
we're moving up. And you'd be like so nervous. You're like, just act like we belong here. I don't know, Dad. I don't have your abilities. I don't have ice water flowing through my veins.
Not to mention embarrassed.
Yeah.
You're like, Dad, these people know we haven't been sitting here all game. And we're going to be all of a sudden sitting next to, very upper class people behind the dugout, and we're wearing ratty flip-flops and stuff. It's very, very shameful.
Again, that's what everybody looks like unless you're at a Yankees game. No one expects you that you have to fight your way past Regis and Billy Joel. No one feels underdressed normally at a sporting event.
Don't forget Billy Crystal. Mr. Crystal attends a lot of games.
Well, both though, right? He'll also throw in the Mets hat. Remember City Slickers?
That's true. Well, City Slickers, but I think he claims to be a Yankees guy.
If you're a Yankees fan, would you go and put on a Mets thing in a movie? When you wrote the movie, nobody made him put on that hat.
That's true. Well, he's a little phony. I've always hated that guy anyway, because when the Clippers made the playoffs in the early 90s, he's like, I'm a Clippers fan all of a sudden. It's fun to be
What
different.
is that impression? That's a terrible impression. Was that Billy?
Crystal.
That's Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
All right, let me hear it again.
I'm a Clippers fan all of a sudden. It's cool to be different. Because
Is
he
this
was
Billy
making...
Crystal from the 1930s? Let me tell you something. See? Here's Lou. Lou, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
Hey, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. About 5 years ago, I'm dating a diehard Yankees fan. So we go up.
Hold on, you're a what? You're a diehard what?
Red Sox fan.
866-3133. 866-3133. Hey, Mike. Mike, look how all the boys like me now. Now, all of a sudden, I'm everybody's pal. Thanks for the easy one, bud. Hey, Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how's it going? I know we're talking about leaving the game early, but how about leaving the game in the middle? This year at the Super Bowl, we're all sitting around. Everyone's waiting for the game to start. My son gets up right at the opening kickoff and says, "You know what? I'm going to hit the head before before the game actually gets started."
Right.
This is the opening kickoff, and it's a touchdown. I was laughing hysterically the whole freaking time. It was just amazing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sit down, watch the game. We didn't play those games of you're getting up and down in my family. You're locked in. You're staying.
Oh, I never go to the bathroom.
Ever?
No, not when I'm there. All 9 innings. If it goes,
Do you, Fez? If someone gets up and leaves and then comes back and goes, "Oh, I went to get a beer or a hot dog. What did I miss?" None of your business.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know what? You missed. You know what you missed? You missed the game.
Right.
You idiot.
Or the even more irritating when someone's keeping score. Like my dad sometimes keeps score and then says, "Hey, Dave, can you keep score for me? I gotta go get some ice cream," because he loves the astronaut space ice cream at Yankee Stadium.
Ew.
No,
My dad, they serve that NASA ice
when
cream.
your
up
dad
there.
goes gets up to go eat ice cream, how you know he's ever coming back? The guy's now trying to. Your mom and I had made great time getting home. We got home before the second inning was over.
Does your dad bring a mitt too, Dave?
No, I do. I still do.
You ever come close to a foul ball?
Oh yeah, I've come very, very close. I haven't gotten my hands on one.
Yeah.
I came real close when we had seats a few rows back in right field. Dave Winfield threw my brother a ball and he caught it. So that was very exciting.
The only foul balls I ever got was spring training, and everybody gets them. I mean, literally, you can sit there, go home with 3 or 4 balls.
Guys are just fouling the ball off on purpose at that point.
Well, there's only, a couple thousand people, 4,000 or 5,000 people watching. If you don't get a foul ball, it's because you're lazy. Hey, Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Mets fans are by far the best fans. I'm leaving. I'm 14, 15 years old. I'm leaving Shea Stadium, getting on the 7. And there's a gentleman and a lady, and they're both together on top of a hood of a car doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
I take a peek over, and one of my buddies says something. The guy's like, hey, hell of a game, guys.
Here's the thing, though. Mets fans you don't necessarily want to see having sex. Right back, Ron and Fez show.
Graffiti artist and consultant to designer Mark Echo. He was arrested for spray painting subway cars in Brooklyn.
You know, I'm a fan of the graffiti because I was an old school graffiti artist myself. My specialty was the peace sign, just the word the who, the backwards swastika. I'd draw the road runner, just the word the who, repent 13, the word the who. Yeah, those type of things.
The guerrilla movement, that's the way it goes, and it's the art of getting up, getting known, and then you take that vehicle and you go other places once they know you.
The higher you can tag something, the more respect you're going to get. The more outlandish you tag, the more respect you're going to get in the community.
I know a person, everywhere they go, they tag, Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass.
Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Everybody else can live by the rules except for the graffiti artist. When you see the Mighty Horse rocks, you don't spell rocks R-O-X.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
What about my tag, Monkey House? Only I pronounce it like this, Monkey House.
When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Monkey House, because that's the name I tag with. Monkey House of D-Sippers.
When Monkey House rocks, he rocks the D-Sippers. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks the D-Sippers.
Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass.
Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. All right, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a plane and tag the sky.
Shot a boot, Gray.
Oh, Mighty Horse, where have you gone? It's the Ron and Fez show. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Fezzy, from what I understand, Art of the Topless may attempt to do the Mighty Horse song.
All right, now that's a tall order.
I say impossible. I do not believe they'll be able to pull it off.
That's going to happen this Saturday at F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in Huntington Village on Long Island. Art of the Topless going on about 10 o'clock there.
And Fez, let's you take it a little easy on the drinking. Last Friday's party, you almost pulled Opie's girlfriend's arm out of a socket, trying to show her off to everyone. Look who came to my party. It was very uncomfortable.
I don't want her to be the little girl handing the flower to Frankenstein's monster. So, yes, I agree with you on this.
Yeah, you were a little out of control. And yet, she said, very nice, because normally you're quiet around her. Fez is either the quiet guy at a party or the drunk who won't stop touching.
Yeah, Shrek's nice, too.
He goes either way with it. Hey, Joey G, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie, Fez.
Hey, buddy.
How about when your dad takes you to the baseball game? 7th inning, we're in the nosebleed sections. He insists that we move down. We get caught by some drunk usher that's got a mitt on that he hasn't cleaned in 15 years.
Right.
And my dad blames it on
us. It's not me. The kids, they wanted to come down, they wanted to see a betting game. It's like, we had nothing to do with it whatsoever. And meanwhile, the guy's cleaning the seat with this rag that he dumped in like crap for the last 10 years.
The other thing, too, is like when you're a little kid, it's very difficult to see a man yell at your father. It just completely throws you off. So when he starts yelling...
Especially an usher at Shea Stadium.
Right. Here's this guy who should be no one just giving your dad a face job, and it's a little embarrassing.
You want to think your dad won't make any mistakes. He can do no wrong. But even as you're moving down, you still know this is wrong already.
You know you're wrong because
right.
You're moving into an area you know your dad would have never bought tickets for.
Yeah. At one point, you want to feel like your dad is Abraham Lincoln. And normally, every year, you're getting a little closer. Well, maybe he's not that good, but he's still a good man. Then finally, you see him just as society sees him. And that's a horrible day.
And meanwhile, my dad wouldn't even take a buck out of his pocket to give it to the guy.
Right. Yeah, no sense of doing that. All right, thanks, Joey G.
Hey, Ronnie, stay well.
Hey, you know what? We're going to throw you in and give you a prize pack for Entourage.
All right, an Entourage gift pack. That's going to include Season 3, Part 1 on DVD, plus some other stuff from Entourage. And remember, Entourage, all new episodes coming back this Sunday, April 8, 10 o'clock, only on HBO.
Yeah, it seems like you're born, and then every year after that just adds a little more heartbreak, a little more your ability to see what the truth of the world is, and that's nothing you want. All you want to do is go back to that age of innocence, and it doesn't exist for you anymore. You've already seen the truth. Here is Kevin. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Listen,
yeah.
I knew that last guy was a Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
Just when he said about the drunk usher.
Sure.
Okay, number one, if you've ever seen the crowd that goes to Shea Stadium and what the women look like, you can't tell them from the men.
Sure. It's not easy. It's all part of it. Thank you very much, my friend. You can't have just the Yankee fans rep the Mets fans because look at the start the Mets got off to, Earl.
Hey, 3-0. You sweep the world champs in their ballpark. I mean, that second game where they got their Cardinals got their rings, got the floor mopped with them.
Isn't it really odd how all the heat seems to be with the Mets this year? Like, it's almost like they've got the star power. It's like the media is enraptured with them, like crazy about the Mets, and everybody else, whatever.
I think it's like when you have a new toy. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, the old toy still works. It's still cool and everything. But
there's a new kid in town.
Yankees don't want to hear it. Now, a buddy of ours, Jimmy Plusica, he was murdered on his way home from work last month. Now police investigating this. They have photos of a man they want to question from a surveillance tape. Apparently, this guy had followed Jimmy into a 7-Eleven in Brooklyn. He stopped there on his way home from work. The man followed him into the 7-Eleven, then followed him back out. They have his image off of the surveillance tape. And if anyone knows this guy, police really want to question him in this case.
The image was up, I believe, was it in the Daily News today? Also, New York One. If you go to their website, they got a picture of this. He is our buddy, Jimmy Metal, we used to call him. And the thing about Jimmy is, good guy, wasn't tied up in anything else. So you know that there's a real bad guy out there. And I'm not saying that this is even us being on, a revenge factor, even though our hearts are broke and we're furious about what happened to him. Beyond that, let's make sure this doesn't happen again, because there's a lunatic out there right now. So go over to New York One, or the Daily News has the picture. Anyone else have that right now, Earl?
I think it's only on New York One right now.
I want you to try to get a picture of it up on ronfez.net. Get a hold of Mikey Boy. The MTA is also offering a reward. I believe it's over $20,000. So if you could, just take a look at this. Try to think to yourself, have I ever seen this guy before? They are not saying that this is the definite guy, but they believe this guy knows something. So make sure you go check out this picture.
So this happened March 11th, about 1 a.m. The surveillance tape is from the 7-Eleven on Ralph Avenue in Flatlands. So that's where this all took place.
But again, who knows whether it's a neighborhood guy, whether it's some guy who went there. No one knows any of this. If you recognize this guy, please do us a favor, yourself a favor, the community a favor, and check it out.
Yeah, the police want you to call Crime Stoppers if you know anything. 800-577-TIPS. That's 800-577-TIPS. Out Magazine, they just put out their issue with the 50 most powerful gay men and women in America.
Where did you finish, big man?
I am not top 50.
All right, good. Bottom 50?
There's tops.
Yeah, and there's bottoms later.
So what they did is for this edition, they on the cover, it's a photo of Anderson Cooper and Jodie Foster, two people who have never come out and said they were gay. They do make the top 50, and they're also the cover people for this story. So it's actually two people, one holding up an Anderson Cooper mask, the other one holding up a Jodie Foster mask in front of their faces.
Now, that's gay people who do it to other people, right?
Yeah.
Like if straight people, if you and I just started to out people, well, if I started to out people, everybody would be furious with me. But why would I don't know how it works, but why would a gay person do it to another person?
You know, they say it's like there's an article in this magazine by Michael Musto from the Village Voice.
What did you go through this thing cover to cover? What is with you? If you got something to tell us tonight, just say it.
No, I don't have anything to say.
I've never known you to read a magazine article before, and now he did the crossword. He's doing the crossword in Out Magazine.
It's always Paul Lynn, 8 across. Now, this guy, he's saying that if they want us to quit asking, just go ahead and tell us. You know, and so in that case, it has to be the answer they want to hear, too. You know, that Anderson Cooper and Jodie Foster both come out and say they're gay.
But why is that any of our business? Why is it anybody's business what anybody is? I mean, let's suppose you're straight. Then you have to say exactly what kind of straight sex you like. I wouldn't answer any magazine's questions if they called me up and asked me. I don't give a damn who they are. I don't see why anybody should care about anyone else.
It's very bizarre because they act like it's in the person's best favor. We're doing them a favor by outing them since they won't out themselves, and the pressure will be off, and they can live a very full and happy life.
Yeah, but I didn't even know this magazine was still around. I got news for you. I mean, I remember hearing about it in like the 70s and the 80s, but I didn't know they were still out there.
Oh, yeah, still going and still outing.
Earl, your picture up there?
No, it isn't, because I am not gay, but they're making this assumption that there's some type of pressure from them not coming out. You know what I mean? It's like they're just making this gross assumption that people who don't come out who are
But
gay.
let's do this. All right, remember when that movie... All right, you're a big... Come on out here, too. Harrison Ford did the movie 6 weeks, 7 nights, 6 days, 7 nights. Remember when that came out in like the late 90s?
Right.
And the star who was with him was the one that was dating Ellen for a while.
Anne Heche.
Anne Heche. She came out and said she was gay before the movie started. I'm with Ellen, right? That movie, it's all people could talk about. How could she, she has ruined the movie. And I think it was one of Harrison Ford's biggest flops because it really did not work in context. And I'm saying if Jodie Foster is gay and doesn't want to be, you don't want to be thinking about that person as anything but the character when they're on the screen. So if it's somebody that if you go and see the gay cowboy movie, you should believe that those guys are gay in the context of the movie. You shouldn't think about who they're dating at home, whether they're straight or gay. That throws you out. If you're an actor, why would you want to give away any information about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, well, part of being an actor is keeping yourself a mystery.
Right.
Like Brando and everyone else. I mean,
yeah.
That you're not supposed to talk about what's going on because you want your persona to be on screen.
But particularly with this, let's say if Jodie Foster makes some statement, then that's what people are thinking about instead of her and Richard Gere or Mel Gibson, whoever she's in the movie. So I don't see where it's to her benefit to say that unless, she wants to say it. Again, who else's business is it? It ain't mine. It's not yours. I don't care what my neighbors are up to.
Yeah, I
really don't.
I think it would be a total distraction at this point because now she's in her early 40s, like maybe had she come out, a long time ago, or if she is even gay. I mean, who knows if she is.
Who knows if she is, but, again, and it's not for like the regular person, it's really for the hayseeds in the Midwest who are going to say, I'm not going to go to that movie, That's the gimmick there. Now, Anderson Cooper, again, you're watching the news, right? Should anybody be focusing on what that guy's doing sexually? Or should they be thinking more about, the storm cleanup or whatever Anderson Cooper's talking about?
Yeah, what they called this in the magazine was the glass closet. People that have not officially...
I call it the ass closet, if you want to know the truth.
So it's the glass closet. That refers to people that everyone assumes or knows is gay, and yet they haven't made that official announcement.
Here's the thing. I never thought about either one of those people, so I'm not one. I would have no idea.
Yeah.
And again, most of the time I wouldn't think about it. Rob Lowe said, here's my wife and my kids. I'm like, what? You're kidding me. There's plenty of guys out there that until they said my wife, it always stuns me. Paul Schaefer will go, my wife and I. And I'm like, what?
Martin Short.
We took our daughters.
Martin Short, yeah, is the same way.
Yeah, what the heck?
My wife and I went to a lovely, lovely party.
No way. BS.
You are kidding me. So I would out those guys, and they shouldn't be.
I was shocked when Matthew Broderick, when he hooked up with Sarah Jessica Parker.
Huh?
Oh. Okay.
Throw Dana Carvey in there.
Dana Carvey, you also thought was gay?
Yeah, I totally thought was. And he was even wearing a dress on Saturday Night Live.
Well, it was a character he
Well,
played.
I know,
but
but
if he came out as Dana Carvey, that's one thing, and he's wearing a dress. But did you think Milton Berle was gay? Hey, Phil, you're on Fez.
I always thought Earl was gay. Black Earl.
There is something about Earl that gives off a gay thing.
Well, the lack of women around him for the past 14 years is one thing.
Well, one thing. Here's another thing, Earl. Meticulous head shaver. Not you. Most guys that shave their head have some stubble. You look like you shave your head every single day.
Well, you're half right. It's every other day.
And it has to be done that way.
It has to be done every other day. And I do keep a very reasonably neat apartment. I mean, I like to keep clean. I like to present myself.
You like to make out with guys?
I do not
Some
like
of
to make
these
out with
things are
guys.
dead giveaways. A couple of them are dead giveaways. You always have a friend that you bring over at Christmas. This is my friend from work.
No, that was my cousin.
From the music industry.
Yeah. I remember my uncles had friends, my aunts had friends. There I was, naive and stupid, running through the middle of all of them. But when you really think of it, it was sad because they couldn't come out and say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's terrible when you think about it. James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Homo says what?
What?
See, don't fall for that, Fez. That's
Speaking of powerful gay people in Hollywood, is Tom Cruise on the list?
Tom Cruise is married third time?
Yeah, this third wife.
Yeah. Which, by the way, seems a little gay. When you constantly go through hetero women.
Well, Giuliani is. Married
Giuliani doesn't seem a little gay to you.
Well, he does like to do the cross-dressing thing now that I think about it. And he's weird. He loves to put on a skirt. You know why he goes a little bit over top with the cross-dressing? It's not just that he puts on a dress. He does like the birthmark, like the Cindy Crawford birth mole and the eyeshadow. And when you get that meticulous about the makeup, then you really want to be a woman.
Alan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, love the show.
Good.
I'd just like to say about Jodie Foster, you've never seen her play the romantic lead, have you?
Absolutely you have.
Yeah.
I brought up the Richard Gere, that big Southern thing that she did. Mrs. Barnaby or whatever the hell it was.
Maverick?
Maverick, she played the romantic lead.
Contact.
So was Contact who? Oh, yeah, she was Matthew McConaughey. So at least 50% of her movies, she has a male friend. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, but it's more a friend. It's never really...
No, every one of those was a romantic part for her.
Bedroom scenes.
Yeah, you were supposed to believe. Taxi Driver. I mean, on and on and on. You are supposed to believe that she is in a relationship. And the fact is, Alan, she is a terrific actor. One of our best actors. At no time at all should you be having, a problem with or thinking about anything else. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey always comes off as being kind of gay to me.
And he claims that he is not. And again, none of our business.
Doesn't matter to me.
One of our best actors.
Who cares? Kaiser Soze rules. Whether he's gay or
Absolutely.
not.
Great actor. Again, if he came out and said he was gay, would it matter to you?
No, it wouldn't.
Wouldn't matter to me. Maybe it would hurt his box office in the South and the Midwest. Does the guy want to keep his private life private? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't really care who he's going out with. I never seem to care about the stupid gossip things. Well, I got to admit, and I've said all this time, I don't care about Anna Nicole, but when I heard that she had 600 pills the last week's prescribed to her by the same doctor, that did make me finally think, all right, she was really living a wild lifestyle. And what's wrong with this? And from a shrink, Fez. 600 pills from her shrink.
Yeah, 11 different prescriptions equaling up to 600 pills.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be you in another 4 weeks.
Just rattling around like a Tic Tac store.
Carl, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, I'm wondering about Eddie Izzard. He's a transvestite, yet he's ostensibly straight.
Yes, he is. And he's also brilliant. So he said, and I'm not really, I don't know how the whole transvestite thing works, but basically, he's a straight guy who feels very comfortable, feels very good in women's clothes.
I mean, is that just for his stand-up?
No.
No, he goes out like that?
He goes out, sometimes he goes out dressed as a man, sometimes he goes out dressed as a woman. Now, you have to remember, he's British, so I don't think it's too odd there. But the thing that I like about him is, like, you see the stand-up, and he kind of brings it up in the beginning, but not too much. He doesn't do bits on it, really. Right. And then he goes into a stand-up, and you're laughing and laughing, and 40 minutes goes by, and then you go, oh, yeah, he's wearing a dress. You know, like, he totally puts it on the back burner where it's not a prop. It's nothing at all.
He's very comfortable in it. I think that's why.
Yeah. Ken, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm going to get back to. I always thought Earl was gay ever since he went to the wedding and he had his date. Actually, had a date.
Oh, the Eddie Trunk wedding.
Yeah, the Eddie Trunk wedding.
Eddie Trunk +2. That affair has always been called. Now, boy, the muse has got me ready to throw up. I don't know why she just moved this from one room to the other, but Fez, you would not have been able to follow along with shaky cam. I think she's going to have a little snack.
Got to get a dolly.
Yeah. You went to a wedding, Earl, put down +2 and took another couple with you.
No, because I tried to explain this a million times. It was something.
You love men and women.
I don't love men and women. I love women. I want to make that very clear.
But here's the thing, Earl. We still accept you.
I thank you for accepting me, but I'm not
We accept
gay.
you as a man who's comfortable with couples.
That's called polyamorphist.
Is it really?
Yes, I just learned this. On,
Why is it called bisexual?
No, well, it's someone who actually dates a couple. Like if Earl was dating that couple and decided to invite them both to Eddie Trunk's wedding,
right?
That there is a word for it. It's polyamorphous. I learned that in Tyra Banks.
I thought it was polyamorous.
How?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Why would you know this, Earl?
You're correcting the syllable.
Why did you take offense?
He goes to the meetings.
I didn't take offense. I actually, a long time ago, I knew someone who was polyamorous.
Who?
You!
It was not me.
The man in the mirror? So what happened, Earl? Tell me about this friend of yours.
No, it was. I was a shock. She's like, "Yeah, I'm polyamorous." I'm like, "What is?" I had no idea what it meant. She was like, "Yeah, well, I'm like the third person in a couple." It's like, and we're all. It's like we'll have sex with each other. It's like sometimes it's me and the wife, sometimes it's me and the husband, and sometimes it's all three of us together.
And it's not just sex; they date. You know,
Yeah,
it's like that.
They live as if they were all man and wife, but
what is the strongest geometric figure? The triangle. Nothing is stronger.
Right. And the one thing about it is usually, like, say if it's like a guy, right, and he's polymorphous with two girls, usually he has what we call, or they call, a primary, his number one girlfriend, and then, so, like, they're the couple.
Or wife.
And then, yeah, and then they'll date. But I've heard the term primary. So I'm suspecting that Earl wasn't even the primary.
You weren't the primary for that, Earl?
I was not in a polyamorous relationship.
Would she sometimes give you and the husband a little alone time together? So basically what happened with you and Eddie Trunk was you asked the girl to Eddie Trunk's wedding, and then she asked her boyfriend.
Well, what happened was I said, hey, you want to go to the wedding? Because,
Right.
We both were friends with Eddie. And I was like, well, I got an extra ticket. She wanted to go, but she wanted
You
to
didn't have
bring
an
him.
extra ticket. You had an invitation.
No, well, that's what I mean. I always
You're
think
treating this everything like it's a radio gig.
I was drunk.
All right, we got a break. You want to pick it up, Earl, when we come back?
Yeah.
So this is our polymorphous friend, Earl Douglas. And we'll come back and pick this up. It's Earl plus to Ron and Fez show.
If you've got some old cell phones laying around, here's your chance to do something for Earth Day. Free FM and Recellular teaming up for Earth Day this year and trying to get New Yorkers to recycle their phones.
Happy Earth Day. It's Frosty the Snowman. It is Earth Day, Fezzy.
Earth Day is coming up April 22nd, and 130 million cell phones each year go unused or thrown in the garbage. These things can be recycled.
You know what? The number one thing bringing the planet Earth down right now is unloved cell phones. There should be some kind of an island of misfit cell phones that they can all go to, and some of them squirt jelly, and some of them are Charlie in the box. But anything you need at all. These unloved cell phones can get love if you just bring them back.
And Recellular, they're holding a contest where if you recycle your phone, you could win a Trio 650.
Now, what I want you to do is look over at your little boy, your little girl, and you say to them, I'm going to make the earth safe for you. I'm going to recycle this cell phone. So when I'm gone, the earth won't just be up to their armpits in cell phones. We're taking care of things.
All right, now here's how you can enter to win the Trio 650. Go to our website, 92freefreefm.com. Click on the blue wireless banner. Print out a postage paid shipping label, one for each phone that you're going to send in. Throw the phone in a box, send it out. Each phone increases your chances of winning the Trio 650 from Recellular.
So it's 3 easy steps. Number 1, get a box. Number 2, you put a hole in the box. Number 3... Wait, I'm thinking of a song. Fezzy, cell phones, we got to recycle them. Please, look at your family, look at the children and say, I'm not going to abandon you.
Here's a chance to help out the planet and get a chance of winning a Trio 650 from Recellular and Free FM. Remember, Earth Day is April 22nd. Act now.
Yeah, buddies. RonFez.net. They running the listening thing tonight, Dave. Do you still check it out?
Absolutely. Every single day.
They're our buddies.
They're great.
Who's better than Mikey Boy?
No one.
Nobody.
There's nobody better.
Saint Mikey of the internet.
Is that what they call him?
That's what they call him.
I sure wish he'd get together with HTG. I know she's sitting. She could be like just doing dishes for him and making his life perfect.
Well, just gotta, skirt past the marriage thing.
The chick that he's with now doesn't even post. Of course, HTG is probably, like you honestly think that she's with my caca.
Yeah, I think that they're a secret couple.
Really?
Yeah, and that they're not making their love known.
Well, if they need an extra, Earl Douglas is known as Earl plus 2. You tried to take a couple to Eddie Trunk's wedding.
It was just a foolish misunderstanding, a lot of stupidity on my part. Basically, what happened was I was invited to Eddie's wedding. And, I was invited, me and a guest. She was a friend of Eddie's, but she was not invited to the wedding.
Well, that's not that good of a friend.
Yeah, real close there, Earl.
She was a friend, but she wasn't, very, very close. So I said, she's like, I really want to go to the wedding because, it was Eddie. He's like, he had it was like a metal wedding and everything, and she was a metal chick and loved the music and everything. And I said, you know what? I got invited. You want to come? She was like, said, I would love to, but can I? And I was fully aware that she was seeing someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, it's like, yeah, if you want to come, sure. And she said, well, can I bring, my boyfriend? And I said, I don't know. It's like, I only got one invite, but like a dope, I said, you know what? I'll ask. So I asked Eddie.
All right, let me tell you something. When you have a wedding, they're very expensive. And you ask a guy like you, Earl, if you have someone, bring them. But don't go out and get someone that you're not with. That's very annoying.
That's against the rules.
You're going to have to think about this, too, Dave, if you and your girlfriend decide to get married, because it's like $100 a head. So if I said, Fez, come to the wedding. What I'm saying is, Fez, if you want to bring someone, bring someone. But I mean someone in your life. Don't just go ask somebody from work or somebody just so you walk through the door with somebody that's not going to give any money. You're wasting cash.
The way Earl's telling the story is this girl only wanted to go in hopes of Tico Torres being there.
No,
it's true.
No,
and Eddie and his wife were going through the most expensive thing a young couple can do.
No, and again, that was my fault. I mean, I completely misread, misunderstood, misplayed the whole situation. The way it came out was that I invited a couple to this wedding.
You did.
You did invite a couple to the wedding. You put down, you didn't ask or check. You wrote back to Eddie Trunk.
No,
Earl Douglas +2.
No.
I know because I'm the one who got the phone call from Eddie going, Ronnie, what the hell is this? How am I supposed to do this?
No, I remember.
And you know what I said to him? Eddie, not one of them should come to the wedding.
No, I ended up calling Eddie about it.
After everyone else brought it up.
No, not after everyone
brought it up on the air.
No,
I outed you on the air. And then Opie outed you on the air. And Anthony, it was the talk of the station.
No, but I specifically remember before, the whole thing came out. I was like, and Eddie and I we have a pretty good relationship. I called him on it. I asked him.
You are a liar. I am the one who outed you on our show. And you're like, what did I do wrong? So now he's changing history, Fez. Why would I know Earl Douglas +2? Because I got that from Eddie's wife.
I mean, I specifically,
you put +2. I'm going.
On your
That's what you
RSV
put there.
That's exactly how it happened. Eddie had to call the radio station
to put a stop to this. His wife wanted to end the wedding. You don't understand. Her old man is paying for food. A couple that they're not even friends with, an extra couple, they were second cousins that do not get invited to weddings because they're not close enough. Earl, you did not take the time to think. And again, here's the problem. He calls it a ticket. Like it's a concert. And you know, Earl, he's going to try to show up with an envelope for $10 for the three of them.
He was treating it like any other radio station promotion. He was going to take the van.
Fez, people think of you as a single. But if you had a very close friend, you would feel uncomfortable to bring to a wedding, particularly a big wedding. But if not, would you go out of your way to find somebody, or would you show up single?
No, I would go single.
Or if you're a single guy, why are you embarrassed to show up single? That's the people that I cannot understand. They're okay to live their life as a single, but, something has come up. I need to have somebody there with me, even though it means nothing. That's insane. And then Earl comes in with a couple on each arm, and he's all happy. That's wacky, my friend.
Not to mention...
And you're still lying. And that makes you, seriously, that makes you a bad producer that you either don't, A, remember the truth, or B, you're lying about it.
I mean, honestly,
you did not call Eddie.
I remember calling Eddie.
That's all you called after you got outed on the goddamn air, Earl. This is legendary. I'll go back and find tapes. I'll bet $1 million that envelope showed up Earl Douglas +2, and then he made the phone call.
I mean, granted, I will say this. I mean, this is something that, what was this, 8 years ago, 6 years ago?
4, probably 5.
No, but I mean, you know what? And I'll backtrack and say, I might be wrong, but I thought I made a phone call.
You made well, then how come they had on the thing Earl +2 without a phone call? How would that become the big funny bit that we all remember?
That part I do not remember, but I remember making a phone call.
You've put it out of your head now like it was a rape. You are no longer remembering.
There's tape of Eddie Trunk calling the show, saying
we all
this.
busted you. Anthony was on you, Opie was on you, and yet your remembering is, you know what, I got caught in a very difficult situation, so I made a call. Ridiculous. Ridiculous the way you lie.
He's totally insane.
David, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, listen, how you guys doing? Good. Listen, Earl's definitely gay.
Mm-hmm.
This is his chance. He actually asked a girl to go to the wedding, right? And she asked if she can bring a boyfriend. First, absolutely not. I mean, why would he say yes? So
Why would he not even be offended with that? Could you imagine if you asked a girl to something and she asked if she could bring a date? Now, instead of Earl feeling okay about showing up as a single, he shows up as a triplex.
I would punch the girl in the stomach if she said.
What if she was pregnant, though?
I'd elbow her then.
Then it's
maybe
plus
not
3.
Maybe not the fist, but I mean, if she had the guts to say that to me, it's ridiculous.
Oh, he drives me nuts. You drive me nuts.
No, the part of the story, I mean, again, everyone assumes that I was asking her out on a date. I was fully aware.
Why would you want to take her to a wedding that's $150 a plate, knowing the Trunks did not invite this woman? What aware move would you make that you thought that was okay before her boyfriend came into it? And what kind of horrible person is she that she'd want to take a couple along with somebody else, basically to say, Earl, that Fez put up with, that she wants to see a member of KISS?
Earl is totally trying to change history because, he says he wasn't trying to set up a date. Here's what happened. She said she wanted to bring her boyfriend because she wasn't comfortable going on a wedding date with Earl.
Here's Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Hey, I'm a new listener. I just want to say you guys are a combination of Seinfeld and The Odd Couple. I love the show.
Thank you.
Now, and I want to say, Earl, I don't think it's your looks, and I don't think it's your money, the money you make. I think it's like take a page out of Eastside Dave's book. And I'm not a Dave fan. I'm not a hater either. But I think Dave has personality. Look at the girl he picked up. I think if you went out with him, took him up on one of those nights out on the town drinking, it'll bring out your personality, and maybe you get lucky. Come on, black girl, I'm on your corner. See ya.
That's a very good point, Earl. How many times has Dave asked you to go out? Now he's with the beautiful Casey, and you're still Earl Douglas +2. And this was your opportunity to be your dream, Earl +1.
No, well, the answer to the first part of that question, I never go out with Dave because my experiences with hanging out with Dave.
Once.
That's all I needed because it was bad because I practically had to carry you back to the radio station.
But now look who he's with.
No, and
a beautiful chick who's friends with what? Beautiful chicks.
No.
You know why? Beautiful chicks are like grapes. They come in bunches. And Casey's gorgeous. What are all her friends?
Gorgeous.
Right. You could be what, Earl? The guy hanging around with the new boyfriend, which is always gets all the other girls all excited because his love is in the air. And then that could be you.
And you could be in the Gorgeous Club. We call it GC.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we do.
Since when?
A couple days ago. Mr. B, another thing that shows you how socially inept Earl is that he's saying this wasn't a date. If you ask a girl to a wedding.
Right.
Forget about the +2.
That's an adult version of a prom.
Boom.
That's an adult
That's a
version
date,
of a prom.
Earl.
And Earl, for some reason, and I'm going to throw some old school here, you're afraid to show up stag. Why not? Why not walk in there and go, I'm Earl. I live alone. I roam alone. I'm a loner. What's wrong with that? Eddie knows you.
Oh, no, and I...
Was everyone going to act like it was like, oh, my God, look at this. Earl has no date.
No, and I have done the wedding stag before, and the exact opposite, I got the exact opposite reaction. Why are you showing up by yourself? And I'm like,
Who said that to you?
I went to a wedding for a friend of mine. Her husband... Her now husband got me my apartment.
We asked you why you're doing everything alone. You're used to that answer.
Yes, I mean, I just prefer to be alone.
Or with
honestly.
a couple.
With a couple, but...
He's the man of extremes.
All right, Fezzy, we got a party we're going to on Saturday night. That's a lot of fun.
It's going to be at F.H. Riley's, Huntington Village, Long Island. Art of the Topless is going to be playing there. So that's all going on this Saturday night at F.H. Riley's.
A lot of fun. O&A, I believe, are showing up. A lot of people are going to jump up on stage and sing. It's going to be cool. Patrick is on with us right now. He is actually Dawn's real boyfriend.
What?
How are you, Patrick?
I'm good. How are you, Ron?
Is Dawn going to be singing that night?
Yes, she is.
Wow,
she's
that's
also
exciting.
going to.
Yeah.
She's going to be playing bass for the first time in public.
Wow, she's never done that before.
She's never done that before.
All right, tell me the truth. Are you plugging it in? Are you doing the right thing?
Huh?
Are you going to plug the bass in or just cover for her, Linda McCartney style?
It will be plugged in. It
All
will
right.
be plugged in. The keyboard player will be sitting out, so all the bass you hear is her, and it'll be cool.
What are you going to do? Smoke on the water? Where are you going to take this?
Well, it is going to be classic rock. We'll just we'll let you guys hear it when she gets.
Boy, it's all so secretive, isn't it?
The whole thing.
It's all so secretive.
It's like you don't want to give everything up, do you?
No, not at all.
Slowly, the special guest stars are being revealed for Saturday night at F.H. Riley's.
By the way, Earl wants to bring a couple with him because there's going to be dancing.
He can go right ahead. They're welcome here. It's not a wedding.
Right. Okay. All right, Patrick. We'll see you out there, buddy.
All right, and thanks a lot for everything you've been doing for us.
We love you guys.
All right, well, thank you.
Especially Dawn. All right, 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Make me a promise right here now, Fez. I know they want you to get up and sing your hit from the 90s.
Do they?
It makes me Fez. The problem is you don't have the wind you used to have. You're not in the shape you were when that was your number one hit. I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't fit in the old leather pants like you used to. It looks uncomfortable.
If I decide to do it, I've got 2 days to get my wind together for this.
All right, I'm looking up here at Fox News. They're showing them the South American guys who carry the crosses and pretend that they're Jesus. Have you ever seen this gimmick?
No.
They will actually crucify themselves. Some of them will put nails through their own hands.
Wow, they're hardcore.
Yeah.
They love Jesus.
Yeah, they really do.
Savages.
Yeah. Jesus is a savage?
Maybe not Jesus himself.
Maybe. Why are you saying maybe? Hey, by the way, good news. I was talking with your girlfriend, Dave, Casey.
Yeah.
Double date.
Ooh.
You and Casey.
Yes.
Earl Lucci.
Oh.
What do you think, Earl?
La Lucci.
She's up your alley.
La Lucci.
She's like 37, just like you.
She could. Yeah, what are you? That's inappropriate to yell out women's ages. But I already got a song for you, too. Wild Thing. Because she's a yeller, she's a screamer. What do you think, Earl?
I'm going to have to humbly and respectfully decline.
Why?
She's got a ready-made family. That would be perfect.
That's the
You
main
have a couple
reason.
kids you could look after. You could call them Lil Earl and
You're not
Little
taking
Earl.
that. You're not going to Chuck E. Cheese. You guys are all going out to a restaurant. Why are you declining?
No, I do not.
Because she doesn't have a mail package? Would that make you stay?
No.
Can she get one?
Maybe. She is pretty wild.
No, just I must.
She would. What are you declining for? The hetero angle of this?
No, it's not that at all.
She would bring the best out of you, Earl. You need someone to get to have that you break out of the Earl shell, and Lucci would be the one.
Now, here we are. We got chicks for you, and you're turning them down.
It's one too many people on this date for Earl.
Why do you think you're too good for her?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
Well, why are you declining?
No, it's just she's not for me. That's all.
How do you know?
Is this an anti-Jersey thing?
No, it is not an anti-Jersey thing.
So it's anti-female?
What makes you think she's not for you?
It's just the vibe.
The breast?
Vibe that I have.
What is it? What is it? Earl, what?
No, I can't really put my finger on it, but no.
So is that what you're afraid of, putting your finger on it?
No.
You don't have to the first night. Earl, this is going to be food, drinks, just some conversation, a chance for you to go out on the town.
Everything you were trying to get at Trunk's wedding.
Except for no guy talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sports talk. Lucci's a good sports fan. You know Casey and I are.
Yeah, it could be great.
Talk baseball.
Maybe you go back to Dave's apartment. You spin the bottle a little bit.
Oh, that would be fun.
Make it a fun night out.
What if the bottle? What if my?
Why wouldn't you want to be with her? She's very hot. Beautiful can.
No, nothing personal against her at all.
It's just that she's a woman.
No, it's not that at all.
It's not her, it's you.
To a degree, yes. I'm a mess right now. I will be the first to admit that.
What is it that about her that you don't like? What is she lacking? Would you say it's a D and a couple of B's?
Honestly,
you gotta have the couple B's if you're gonna have.
There's 3 things she doesn't have that he's looking for in a woman: a D and 2 B's.
I only met her like that one time.
What's that? So what?
No, but
you should be at the point right now. It would be a blind date.
No, and I refuse to do that again, ever.
What are you worried about? That maybe she'll want to what? Is that it? Kissing?
I have no problem kissing at all. I mean,
Is it that she's
not
white?
her.
No, it's not that at all.
She's a white girl.
Tell Lucci that Earl's too good for her.
I didn't say that.
What other reason could there be?
I did not say that.
Well, then you have to give a reason.
So it's like,
or else we know that's what it is.
She claims to be part Jamaican, even though she looks very Caucasian.
What Jamaican is she? Plantation owner? I would consider that English. All right, now she claims that she's 1/8 black.
Yeah,
that's such a lie.
That's what she is. She's 1/8 Jamaican.
All right, wait, hold on. So your grandparents, you're one half of your parents, 1/4 of your grandparents, right? So it would be great grandmother. She's claiming was Jamaican.
Right. That's exactly it.
Yeah. And Earl, you go to Jamaica, Queens. That's probably what she's talking about. Her great grandmother lived in Queens.
You have more in common than you realize.
Earl, give me one reason you won't go out with this girl.
Well,
tell me the truth.
No, I'm being truthful. I'm like, I'm just not. There's no spark there. There's nothing there.
How do you know? Have you talked to her yet?
I mean, I talked to her very briefly at.
What about this? I'm going to throw in a little extra money. Buy her a strap-on. And then that way, Earl, look at me. It could all be for you. That's your night.
Wow, the pot sweetens.
Yeah.
I have no attraction whatsoever to a strap-on. That didn't come out right. I do not want a...
You're a freak, man. You are a sick maniac.
That was the first thing you thought of. Never mind the woman.
No, I want nothing. No, I do not. Never mind.
You know, he just has the darkest closet.
Yeah, he does.
Anyone.
Deep.
Yeah, it is. It's deep. And that's saying that with Fez in the room. That's saying that sitting right across from Fez Whatley and saying you're the odd duck on the show. You're the weirdo. What is it, Earl?
No, I mean, honestly, I'm just there. I just have no. And again, it's nothing.
Are you dating anyone now?
No, I'm not.
How long has it been since you've had a date?
August.
Why not go out with a beautiful girl, 1/8 Jamaican, who all you're doing is going out as friends?
Yeah, but the whole, I mean, I don't know. I'm not ready. I'm so not ready for it.
Oh, my God.
For what?
You haven't been going out since August. It's almost a year.
No, I haven't dated. I mean, like, I haven't, like,
You
dated.
sound like a rape victim. What could possibly happen that night that you wouldn't be ready for? What could come up?
He wants to date Dexter.
What could possibly happen?
No, I'm not. Again, I'm just not ready. And that's just me. I don't
What
know
are you ready for?
You're 37. Old man River.
First of all, I'm 36. And at 37, I am
He's like El Duque.
I know.
He shaves that. He's been 36 since 2001.
He's more like Satchel Paige. Right back, Ron and Fez show. Yeah, buddy, it's the Ron and Fez show. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Trying to get Earl Douglas a date tonight. You turned it down, Earl.
Yeah, I must humbly and respectfully decline the date with Lucci.
Why? Based on what?
I don't know. I'm not ready for it. I'm just totally not ready for it.
I don't know what you mean by not ready for it. You're not out of your training bra? How can you not be ready? You're a man, right?
Yeah, I'm a man, a heterosexual man.
She's a beautiful woman. I don't understand what the problem is. Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing?
None of your business, Rob.
Great show, regardless.
Yeah, it really is.
I got a theory on Earl. I think it's quite possible he might be asexual.
Very interesting, and on this show, that's somewhat catchy. So, Earl?
What do you guys think?
I do think, if he's not interested in a beautiful girl, he's not dating anyone now, you swear you're not gay, right, Earl?
That's asexual.
That's asexual.
No, I don't consider myself asexual. I'm certainly not homosexual. I consider myself a heterosexual.
And
I
yet
don't
you
think
don't
you're gay.
date.
I don't think you're gay. I think you're asexual, Earl.
It would explain his photography. Just
very
trees,
interesting. Yes.
a building.
That is
Non-sexual.
true.
Very
they
asexual.
are very non-sexual. That's very true.
Yeah, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing
Well,
vivid. or
There's
anything
no
about
color. There's no passion
Nope.
to his work.
Exactly.
I consider it very artistic. I mean, black and white is definitely artistic.
Not yours.
In my opinion,
Yours is boring. It's like someone's grandmother who's decided no longer to have sex and starts taking photos. By the way, I see everybody on, but what happened to the muse?
don't
Why is the
know.
muse off?
I'm really a little bit nervous, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, please call in,
Something
write, email, just make sure.
All right, you don't want to go out with Lucci, though.
No, I don't.
Now, Fez, you said you were too drunk to remember the other night.
Totally.
I saw her there. Very passionate woman. Very exciting. Yeller, screamer, if you will. Again, Earl, she's like you. You have a lot in common. Neither one of you drink. You go out with Dave and his chick. They drink like fish. They drink like problem drinkers.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to go out and do this?
Like the double date, I would be extremely uncomfortable with. I mean, and Dave is always like the whole, no, we should go out. Dave, when you go out with Kate, you cannot get away from us fast enough.
So that's a good thing. What do you want him to do? Stay with you? You want him to rub your back while you two are doing it? That's ridiculous.
No, but he's always like, hey, come out and hang out. It's like, you've never said that. You
Don't
never...
leave, Dave.
Sam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hi, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the show. Fez,
good.
love you, buddy.
Thank you.
I was just listening, and I need to let you guys know Earl is scared stiff. He's scared.
Well, not stiff. Anything but. I say he's scared limp.
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point. But he's typical of a guy who's real insecure of going out and getting rejected by a pretty girl because that's the self-fulfilling prophecy that he's building. And it's just a shame. You shouldn't be scared, Earl. Go for it.
No, and fear has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just like, I just don't want to do it. I mean, you have a yes or no option with anything, and I'm deciding no. I don't see that.
You haven't come up with a reason no yet. Why?
You don't think Lucci's attractive, then?
She's a very nice girl. She's an attractive girl.
Then what?
She's
what is
just
the deal?
not for me. And that's just the way it is. I mean,
She's not a male. If she could stand up and use a urinal, would she be for you?
No, and I'm not attracted.
See if
to
she's
men.
willing to try.
Not attracted to men at all.
You know what? If it's shirt skins, you can be shirts. How's that sound? You can keep your shirt on. All right, we're going to grab Lucci. She's on the phone with us now. Earl, this is your opportunity. Go out with a hot chick. And on a double date with, the king and the queen of the prom right now. Everybody's new hot couple.
Nothing can be more fun than that.
You say that, and under his breath he goes, that's right.
It's Brendan Eddy. You're going out with Brendan Eddy. Who doesn't want to be with them?
Yeah.
By the way, check on the muse just to make sure somebody hasn't snatched her.
Who turned off the muse?
It's it's thrown off the whole show.
Find
we don't,
out.
We don't even know what to do. We got Lucci ready to come on here. Lucci, how are you, darling?
I'm wonderful, except for the fact that my heart is broken.
Yeah, I understand.
Earl, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Earl, why won't you go out with her and make her night work?
I didn't know how much of how bruised your ego would
What
be.
is not to love about you, Earl? You're lovable.
Now, first of all, I got to call Earl out on something. He
Go
said
ahead.
that he talked to me for a little while, and we just didn't click.
Right.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said we
Yes,
talked
you
very
did.
briefly.
So did.
You lie with everything you say.
So why are you already faking the funk? Is it that you're a BV deviant or something? Like, come on.
What is the problem, Earl? What does she have to do to get you to go out with her?
I don't think there's anything she can do. I mean, why can't I just say, you know what? I don't want to go out with you. What is the problem with that?
Just tell her that you're gay and then we'll drop this.
I'm not gay.
Tell her that you're asexual. No more questions.
I am not asexual. I'm
Were
just
you in a
saying-
bad accident?
No, I was not in a bad accident.
Water
Listen,
skiing?
Earl, we can have a great time. Listen, I'll totally pull you out of your shell. You won't even know that there's anybody else there.
All right, now, Lucci, you say that you're 1/8 Jamaican?
Indeed.
Who is it in your family that's black?
You called it. It's my great-grandmother.
Rape victim?
What's that?
Is she a rape victim?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
All right, so there you have it, Earl. That's the beauty of this story.
Exactly. You know, I can be a second rape victim.
Woo! Earl, that sounds like your kind of girl.
Then again, you look. No, I mean, again,
I can't find her on there, David. It's driving me nuts.
She said she lost her stream. But...
Yeah, well, I believe. No, why would she?
That happens to me in public bathrooms.
All right. Why not? Why not, Fez?
I think you're thinking of somebody else there, honey.
All right. Earl wants to go out with you. He really does.
He's just
I
shy.
want to hear him say it, though.
Yeah.
I need to hear him say it to me.
Earl, you say it.
No, I mean,
Just say, I love you, Lucci, and I want to go out with you.
Yes, please.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't want to go.
All right, what about this? What if she promises no naughty stuff, just as friends?
Just food.
Just friends. Just as friends.
Maybe a little dirty dancing.
You guys are
Maybe
30.
a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good like that, but I won't attack you. You're not sheepy. It's all good.
Yeah. Go out with her, Earl. Think of this as reparations. Solara is giving her to you as reparations.
Exactly. 20 acres and a mule and a
Yeah.
nice butt.
Earl, please.
This is like a black and white episode of 30-something.
I am so unused to women being turned down for dates by single guys that aren't dating anyone. I'd rather be on a bad date than sit at home.
No, I mean, like, no.
But then I'm not asexual.
I am not asexual. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Or you're non-sexual.
I am not non-sexual.
Insexual.
Unsexual.
Earl, where's this going? Because it's all become very awkward.
Well, no, I mean, with Lucci, I'm like, it's like, I'm sorry. I don't feel that
All
way
right,
for her.
Lucci.
Yes.
This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen happen to a woman. I don't want you to feel too bad. I'm going to give you an Entourage prize pack.
You are?
Yeah, and then I also want her to sweeten it up, too, Earl, with other stuff. Because I've never seen this happen before.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, you should be.
Earl, you don't have anyone to date. Go out with Lucci immediately.
Why can't I make a choice, Dave?
You haven't made a choice.
I made a choice. I don't want to go out with it. That's
Why?
the choice
You're
I
not
made.
dating anyone else.
Yes, and that's the decision I've made.
No,
that's
it
the decision
isn't.
I decided to do. I don't want to see anyone right
All
now.
right, then,
I want to go
let's
out
do
with
this.
anyone.
Why?
I want you to wear a priest collar. You got one thing or the other.
Why don't you want to see anyone right now? What
Something
happened?
to liven up that wardrobe.
Something happened.
Yeah, what happened to you? What happened?
No, I just like last year, I was in a relationship. The relationship ended, and I wanted some space. I wanted
That's a
some
lie.
time
You
off.
weren't. We knew you last year. You weren't in a
Yes,
relationship.
I mean, I just didn't tell any. I didn't tell any of you guys.
We're out with you all the time.
I understand
We do all
that.
kinds of things. You don't bring her to the Christmas party. You weren't. This is a pretend.
No, this is not.
fantasy.
This is not
doesn't
it.
exist relationship.
This is not a
It was your pillow.
Earl, every one of us would get late night calls from you at the studio. And
That's true.
And we would see you in the studio on the weekends. There was no way you could have had a relationship.
I
Lucci.
swear to God.
I don't want you to take this personal, but the problem is that you're real, and that is not a relationship Earl could be with an actual human being.
And Earl has a history of inventing people.
And
Remember,
a hysterectomy.
he invented a conversation with Al Dukes a few months ago.
Right.
Even though Al had left the building.
And he imagined his own history with the Eddie Trunk story, which you got caught in lie after lie.
I mean, I swear to God, I will swear on a stack of Bibles. This is the God's
Imaginary
honest truth.
Bibles?
This is a God's honest truth.
Yeah.
That this was last year.
In your mind, it was a relationship. No one else's mind.
It was.
Do me a favor. Prove yourself. Do it with Lucci for the team. I want you to do it for the team. Come on. And I want you to break her. Seriously, I want you to break her.
I don't think he can.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to get married or something, Earl. Come on, one date.
One hot, sick, wild, over-the-top date, Earl. And let's see what happens to you. All right. Sorry, Lucci. We're going to give you a price back, though.
Love you.
Hold on,
bye.
you get that Entourage gift pack. That includes Entourage Season 3, Part 1 on DVD, plus plenty of other Entourage stuff. And Entourage, all new episodes starting this Sunday. It's back this Sunday, April 8th at 10 o'clock, only on HBO.
You know what guy you'd be on Entourage, Earl? The asexual one. Vernon, you're on Ron and Fez. Vernon. Well, we lost you. Sub, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies,
Yeah, buddy.
if Lucci was Albanian, would that make a difference?
is this? You know what? Is this what this is about? Is it about Lily?
No.
You said you weren't ready to date again.
No.
Yet you told us on the air that you loved Lily. Lily, come on in here and look what you've done. Look how you've ruined Earl. And not only that, but Lucci's chance at happiness. You better sweeten the pot for her. I want her to get a disgusting amount of prizes, Earl.
Hi, Lily.
Lily, you know this is about you, right?
It is?
By the way, this thing that you're wearing, this headband thing today, what's that called?
Bandana?
It really works for you.
Oh,
I was going to call it a do-rag. I got to be careful with it. But that is a good look for you. It brings out the gypsy in you, the Albanian. You seriously look like you should have a chicken under each arm and just running as fast as you can. All right, I've got another person who, by the way, Earl, is offering you a one-night only, no strings attached date. Solera. The dream girl.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody's dream.
Wow.
What do you say, Earl?
Holy Christ. Ooh.
What an insult to Lucci, right?
Yeah.
The fact that a guy who's dating one of our best friends, you're willing to go with.
No, I mean, like,
That's the dream. That's everybody's dream. That's on the table right now, big man. That is on the table.
It's like deal or no deal.
What is that?
It's like
Deal
deal
or
or no
donut?
or donuts.
No, you know what it is? That is, if we were all whalers, that would be our Moby Dick. That's the one that everybody's looking for.
No, but I'm going to have to say no. I respect Alfie too much.
You are gay.
I respect Alfie too
I'm
much.
sick of it.
I respect Alfie
I
too
mean,
much.
come
Alfie's my
on.
friend. I can never
Come
do that to him.
on.
Ever.
The guy is. Come on.
No, he's
He
my
won't
friend.
know, Earl. He's
Earl.
practically unconscious.
I love Alki, but that is something that I would do in front of Alki and the children.
Yes, force them.
That's the
and
other
their
part.
pets. No one gets
And
free
the kids, and the kids that live in the cellar.
The borders.
and their kid.
Yeah. Boy, what a mess that is over there, huh? What a mess.
Earl, seriously, man, you have got to get your priorities in
No,
check.
no, my priorities
what?
are
You-
in check. That's why I'm saying no.
You know what you remind me of is like a bulimic person who everyone is trying to feed, and they can't understand why you would stop suffering if you would just chew the food and swallow.
Earl's on a sex hunger strike.
Is that it, Earl?
No.
All right, she's outside. Is it Lily?
No, not at all. At all. Zero.
Look at me, Earl. Is it Lily?
Zero. I'm looking right in the eyeballs.
It's something, though, right? It's something we don't understand.
If Lily was the date, would you say yes?
No.
With a strap on?
The Albanian strap?
He's never been attracted to strap-ons, lest we remember.
One in
You
the
got
room.
problems, man.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I do have problems.
And Fez is the one going to the nut hut, and you're not.
Need a 2-for-1 deal.
Frank, you're on a Fez.
Hey, dude, listen, I figured it out. Not asexual. He's not homosexual. Dude, the whole wrong species, man. Know who he should go out with? That chick from Planet of the Apes. That woman one.
Maybe Lassie would be somebody for you. I got news for you. If I turn down Solera, I'd get home, my wife would punch me right in the face. That doesn't even make sense, Earl. You are beyond crazy.
This is wild. Solera's never been offered up before.
I mean, she's
Man.
very vulnerable right now, Earl.
Same.
You're just making a huge mistake. Alki's got months, in my opinion.
Alki says he'd take one for the team. He would do this just to get him back in.
That's a nice guy.
Alki's a giver. He's
Yeah, he
generous.
That's a good guy.
See?
He is good.
He knows what it's like to have a heart, Earl.
John, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, John. Well, we lost you, buddy. Here's AJ. AJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yo, what up, buddies, man? Hey, I just tell the brothers, man, Errol, and I don't even want you to tell me, just because I don't drink or smoke weed, I ain't a brother. Ain't about that, my dude. You know what? You lacking personality, man. I feel as Ron is more of a brother than you. So you.
I really am. I really absolutely am 10 times blacker than Earl is.
Yeah.
Everything about me, Earl, is blacker than you. And that's the strange thing about it. That's the weird scientific test that is going wrong here with our lives. Yeah. Boy, some people just walk into the studio and destroy things, don't they?
Yeah, they just...
They just walk in.
Bull in a china shop.
What do you say, my brother? You look great. Hanging out with you till 9 o'clock tonight. It is the Ron and Fez show. What a strange thing that just happened to us tonight. Black girl turned down Lucci. Believe it or not, turned down Solera. Only one name left up there, Earl. Mike Kaka. Is that the one that you're interested in? Is that who you want?
No, I do not want Mike at all. Not at all.
Again, throwing the strap on.
When mighty horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Build
When
it
mighty
up,
horse
bro.
rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When monkey house rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When monkey house rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Here is Renfield. You're on Ron and Fez. How are you, pal? What do you say, Renfield?
Oh, hi, it's me. Yeah, I was
Yes.
thinking maybe Earl's like Kevin Kline in and out. He only thinks he's straight. Can't admit that he's gay. Maybe he needs a guy to kiss to see if there's a tingle, or maybe his knee might bend.
There is something going on with you, Earl, about that. And I want you to understand something. We accept you, all right, no matter what you decide. But you don't not date people, turn down two women like this, and are saying no. It just doesn't happen.
I mean, it does happen. I mean, I'm just saying no.
It doesn't happen with heterosexual men.
Yes, it does happen with heterosexual men. I'm just saying, I'm given a choice. I'm saying no. No thanks.
You know you don't have to marry them, right?
I perfectly understand. I totally understand that. But I'm just like, you know what? No thanks. It sounds strange. It is strange, but that's the choice I made.
It's not strange if you're asexual. It's not strange if you're gay. And we accept both of those Earls. Both of them.
I'm neither one of those. I
both of them.
Completely comfortable in my sexuality, and I'm completely comfortable being a heterosexual male.
You're comfortable in your non-sexuality. There's nothing sexual about you, Earl. Here is Nate. Nate, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Had a chicken wing with some lemonade. 33, and I've never been laid.
There it is.
Hello.
The Black
Oh.
Girl song, which I hope gets done this weekend, Fez.
It could be at F.H. Riley's. You don't know what's going to happen out there. Special guest star stopping by. F.H. Riley's, Huntington Village, Long Island. That's going on Saturday night with Art of the Topless playing.
Art of the Topless playing a lot of the hits from the O&A show, the Ron and Fez show. Let's go to the commercial break here, Earl, playing your theme song.
I was born and raised in New York City, in a housing project way up in the hood. I dressed in dark clothing, so folks started calling me Black Girl. Oh, and they used to laugh about it, cause deep down they knew they called me that, cause I was as black as soot. I've always been a lazy man, a couch potato with a clicker in my hand. See, motivation I never had, hid in the shadows when the boss got mad. For 20 years I never got a raise. I'm 33 and I never been late. I look busy but I'm not, I'm just walking around. I pick up some papers and I put them back down. One day I'm gonna stop paying my rent, live in a refrigerator box, never get out of bed. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any Then one day some lame brains came and took O&A away. And at the age of 33, I felt like I was carrying the weight of the whole station on my shoulders. And Ron and Fez knew what I was going through. Every morning I'd unlock the door, lay down and I'd sleep a little more. Then I put away the bathroom key. Everybody was depending on me. I eat a chicken wing with lemonade. Lord, give me strength to make another day. Times I felt I couldn't go on. Push a button, throw a switch, answer the phone. Got lost in the van, I did my PSAs. 10 minutes work, gonna take me all day. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. I could hear Scotzo say, Black girl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always make it through hard times at any W. Ken and Jeremy say, Black girl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always make.
If you got some old cell phones hanging around and you don't want to throw them away, what you can do is you can recycle them for Earth Day. This year, Free FM is teaming up with Recellular, and they are giving a call to action to all New Yorkers to recycle their old cell phones.
There's a problem, old cell phones are destroying Earth?
Yeah, apparently it's really bad for the environment.
Then take this one, Fez. Take it. I do not want to hurt the environment. Get rid. Wait, I'm still on that. Get that back. I was talking to someone. Yeah.
Still using this.
But you're saying that old cell phones is what's melting the Arctic caps.
Exactly, yeah. They end up in landfills.
You're killing me. Don't you see what's happening? You're killing the future generations.
130 million cell phones each year go unused or they're thrown in the trash, just adding to more and more of this battery pollution.
Would it help if we put them in barrels and burn them?
No, they can be recycled into new cell phones through Recellular.
You know what they're being actually recycled into, Fez?
What's that?
Love.
Ah,
they're being made into love.
Recellular, they're also holding a contest where if you recycle your phone, you could win a Trio 650. Here's how you go about it. You go to the website.
If I win it, Fez, I'm giving it back. You know why?
Why?
I'm doing it for the right reasons, not for the Trio 360.
You go to our website, 92.3 Free FM, click on the blue wireless banner there. You print out a postage-paid shipping label, one for each phone you're going to send in. Throw the phone in a box, put the label on it, send it out. Each phone you send in increases your chances of winning the Trio 650.
All right, let me get this straight. You get a box.
Yes.
You put a hole in the box. You put your junk in the box.
No.
And then what happens?
That's not how the contest works.
Isn't that a song that the kids are singing, Earl?
Yeah.
You got any old cell phones?
Oh, yeah. I got a couple of them.
Bring them over here and we'll make them into sneakers. We'll make them into sneakers for you, Earl.
And save the world.
Save the world, save the planet, save the cheerleader. That's what we're trying to do right now with old cell phones.
And it's your chance to win a Trio 650.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to do it because what's right is right, Fez.
Earth Day is April 22nd, so act now with 92.3 Free FM and Recellular.
Earth Day's when?
April 22nd.
Gotta get something nice for the planet Earth. I'm thinking about a new continent.
Seems to have everything.
Does it?
Maybe not. Maybe not a mountain of chocolate.
Earl?
Recellular and 92.3 Free FM.
Go to the poultry section. Earl, you guys don't have the don't eat meat on Friday, right?
Hey, we can eat whatever we want. We're Baptists.
Man, I wish I was black. Just constantly doing whatever you want.
We eat like kings.
Socially, anything.
Yeah. Why don't you take Lucci over your house for Good Friday with the family?
That'll go over well.
Really? Your parents would be upset if you were with a white girl?
No, I think the exact opposite. I think they'd be very happy.
They'd be going crazy.
Yeah.
Just saying you finally with a woman. Anything.
Streamers, party favors going off.
Yes.
No,
Your dad would have lost the bet.
No, but no. What happened? Was it not this past Sunday? Sunday before, my father he was jawing at my mother a little bit. The last thing he says to me before he storms out, he gets right into my face and goes, "Stay single," and just walks out the door.
You dummy had nothing to worry about. He might as well told you to stay black because there ain't no way you're changing. Ron and Fez show 866-313 free 866-313 free. Fez, you got any plans for tomorrow? Do you ever do anything big for? You have to go show up at church there, or what do you do?
Supposed to go to the Good Friday service. That's the one where there's no music during the service, and they kind of strip down the altar. They take all the remnants and everything off the altar. You leave a bare altar, and everyone just leaves quietly at the end.
As opposed to what? Applause?
As opposed to going out with a big hymn or a big number or something.
See.
Yeah.
So Lutherans are that your religion is you worship Luther Vandross, which I guess is very close to yours. I know your parents are crazy about Luther Vandross, Earl.
Yeah, they love Luther, but
yeah. So you're almost a Baptist.
We don't worship Luther Vandross.
I thought you were Lutheran.
I am Lutheran, but we worship God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit.
Why are you Lutheran?
Because Martin Luther started the church.
That's another one that Earl's into in a big way. anniversary of Death Day was yesterday, right, Earl?
Yeah, 39 years we lost Martin Luther King.
Sorry to hear about that, Fez.
No, it has nothing to do with Martin Luther King Jr. This is just straight...
Senior? His dad?
No, just straight Martin Luther.
Mm-hmm. The black guy.
No, this was a white German guy.
So basically you were into Hitler. In your own way, Hitler.
No, this was hundreds of years before Hitler.
He was just as anti-Semitic. I read the stories about him.
Martin Luther, not perfect. That's for sure.
Nick, you're on Ron and Fez. So why not worship him? Hey, Nick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie. First of all, I just want to say you are this decade's Fonzie.
Wow, that really is stupid, but thank you.
We love you on Long Island.
Thank you. Well, that's all. It's the only place I've ever wanted to be. And we're going to be out there Saturday night, Fez.
We're going to be at F.H. Riley's, Huntington Village, Long Island, on Saturday night. Art of the Topless is playing there.
I've met Lucci at the O&A events. I just want to say Earl is definitely on the away team. There's no way he shouldn't want to be with that woman.
Lucci is one of the hot chicks. As a matter of fact, Pitsy was disgusted by this. Pitsy thinks that Lucci is absolutely gorgeous and is furious with you, Earl. Just furious.
I know she sounded heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Earl, come on, man. Just give it up. I don't know what front you're putting up, but she's gorgeous.
What are you saving it for, Earl?
I'm not saving
special girl, a special guy.
That's his flower.
I'm so ripped. I just want girl, special girl. So, what really? Are you waiting for Mr. Right before you'll finally be happy?
Not going out with a man. Thank you very much.
He has no idea how many guys out there would kill for that opportunity, and it's right at his feet, and he's saying no. It's ridiculous. I'm getting worked up, Earl.
It's a little higher than his feet.
You got Pitsy furious right now, Earl.
Why should he be concerned about it? You got your own chick.
That has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that you do not realize how lucky you are, and you're blowing it.
Because everybody wants you to finally find happiness, Earl.
We're on your side, Earl.
No, and I appreciate that, but you know what? I want to make my own choice at the same time, too.
Why don't you let me make your own choice for you? Make that your choice.
But
let
Earl,
Ron decide.
Earl, your choices really haven't panned out over the years, so maybe you need
That is true.
No, and I understand that, and I got to live with that. That's part of making a choice. That's part of being...
There's something you're not telling us.
Being an individual.
Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. What's up? Good evening.
What do you say?
I was just wondering, how come is it that if the roles were reversed and the girl didn't want to go out with Earl, you have to respect her right to not want to be in a relationship and all this, but now that he's, it's the other way around. He's considered gay and all these other things.
No, I don't think we ever called him gay. I think we called him asexual.
Well, along those lines, one of those things.
All right, so he's saying double standard, Pitsy. How come it's okay for a girl to turn down? No one suspects anything. But when a guy turns down a beautiful woman like this, like Lucci, everybody's suspect.
Because normal guys do not turn down hot girls. That's just not the way it works. If you get any guy out there and a woman like her came up to you and said, let's go out on a date, unless they were married, they would never say no. And even if they were, they wouldn't care. They were going out with her.
But here's what I don't understand. Even if it was a bad date, if you had a choice between a bad date and staying at home, why wouldn't you choose bad date? At least you're doing something. You're getting out there.
No, and believe me, I've been on the bad dates before. And you'd rather be home.
Guys?
No, not with guys.
Relatives?
Not with relatives either.
And if he goes out and the chicks see him with a chick like Lucci, they'd be like, oh, Earl can get a girl like that. And then maybe they would be interested in Earl. So it could always lead to something else.
I think he's afraid of Sheepy.
He's a troublemaker.
Are you saving yourself for marriage?
No. I mean, that ship sailed a long time ago. As
You'll never be married.
As saving myself. I don't, right now, I don't see myself getting married.
Old folks home by yourself? You know what I got to do? I got to put some money away for a temp service for when Earl dies. I got to hire 6 guys to come and carry him. Barry, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Whoops, let me try again. Hey, Barry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how's it going, buddies?
Yeah, good.
I got a pure hypothetical for you, and this is with all respect to Dave.
Okay.
And this is a test of Earl's heterosexuality. I'm just curious what he would say if it was him and Casey, if Casey offered him a date. I just want to know. This is all respect to him.
Okay. So what we're saying, instead of Casey showing interest in Dave, she would have shown interest in Earl.
That's correct.
What would you have done, Earl?
I probably would have turned her down. I would have turned her down.
That's proof.
Wow. What?
All right, Fez, how do you make that? What do you say about that one?
I mean, that's I don't understand it at all because Casey.
Oh, I understand it. A woman can't please Earl. That's where we are now.
Do you think it's the chicks that have affiliation with the shows? Like, is Earl afraid that they know too much about him and, like, they don't want him to bring up all the dumb stuff he's done maybe over the years? Is that it, Earl?
No, not at all. Again, what's wrong with making... this is the choice I made at this particular stage of my life.
Don't even think of Casey, Earl. That hypothetical is over.
He brought it up to us.
It doesn't even matter. Don't even think of her in your head. And how dare you reject her hypothetically?
Yeah.
You're a crazy person, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
And I want you to know this, even though it's about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
When they said Casey, he put his hands like out in
You
front of
did
him,
that?
like he was making breasts.
Funny, huh?
And then he stuck his thumb up to his mouth and took his tongue and had it.
Son of a gun.
He was poking his cheek in and out. I didn't even know what he meant by it.
Well,
but now that I'm thinking about it, it's something bad.
Blood boiling.
Yeah.
Blood boiling.
How are you doing it, Earl?
Anger.
Show me how. Yeah. See what he's doing with his
Don't
cheek
do
right
it.
there?
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to thumb up.
Put that thumb back.
Yeah.
Put it back.
And then he goes like this, Casey, and I'm like,
you are going down, big man.
Well, that's not
All right.
what he was thinking.
Here's what I want you to do, Earl. I want you to close your eyes right now and tell us about your fantasy girl. Anything. I mean, this would be Earl's perfect girl. Let me guess. She's Albanian. She's tall and thin. Tell us the truth.
I'm telling. Tall. Very tall. Very tall, shapely. You know, not too big, but not too thin either. And I don't like the rail thin, the real rail thin.
Am I the only one who thinks he's talking about David Justice already?
No, I mean, like... No.
Long ball hitter?
No, I mean...
You're describing a guy so far.
No, I mean, like if I had to describe someone, like, that would be, like, perfect girl, like, it would be like a Tyra Banks type. Like, very hot Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks.
Yes.
Supermodel.
No, I'm just... What? You said dream girl. That's my dream girl.
Have you seen her lately?
Not lately. I'm like, with Sports Illustrated, cover girl, Tyra Banks. That would be my ultimate dream
So
girl.
if Sports Illustrated Tyra Banks wanted to go out with you, you would?
Yeah.
And
That
all
I
the
would
rest of
do.
these girls are hideous to you.
No. I mean...
Earl, the standards may be a little too high.
I mean, that's my ultimate fantasy.
Well, not now, but still.
I'm not saying that it'll happen, but I'm just saying that if that was my ultimate fantasy girl. It is my ultimate fantasy girl.
Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez buddies. Hey, I got a question for Dave here. Dave, Earl just said on the New York radio that your girl is too good for him. What's that? He's too good for your girl.
He really
You're a
did.
son of a bitch.
He
True.
basically did.
I'm taking you down after the show is what I'm going to do.
Then he did this funny thing. I don't even know what it means. He put his thumb up like that.
All right. That's not even fun. You're not even doing a thing now.
You know what I'm thinking now? It might have meant a sexual act.
It better not.
Yeah.
If it meant any kind of body part type thing, there's going to be hell to pay. And Jamaica Queens is going to be littered with corpses.
Well, just one.
Well, yeah.
Why hurt anyone else?
Well, maybe a couple, maybe his sisters, if they're out there.
Oh, that's wrong.
I've seen his sisters. Sheila will kick your ass.
Exactly.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Also, Earl's perfect woman would have male private parts.
It seems that way.
No, and unequivocal no. Equivocable, no.
All right. Lucci is worried that you're now calling her, Casey and Solera, fat and short. Because it does come off that way.
No, not at all. I mean, again, with all due respect to...
Tell him, Earl, you don't date hobbits.
Hey, Drew, you're on
calling
Ron
her
and
a
Fez.
hobbit, Earl?
Drew, you're on Ron and
Buddy.
Fez.
Buddy.
Yeah, Bell.
Yeah, so I definitely think I know who Earl's ideal girl would be. It's just written all over the wall. It's gonna be Fezzy with long hair and a hair lip, I think.
All
What do you
right.
think?
Fez,
Hey.
if I put a wig on Fez and you say that looks like Tyra Banks, I quit the show, Earl. I will quit the show.
Why don't you look like Tony Banks?
Nice. Let me go over here to Vernon. Vernon, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how y'all doing, fellas?
Hey, pal.
Yo,
Oh, what's up, man? I'm not even trying to link up with you at the African Street Fest no more. First of all, you know what? I'm gonna be serious though. I wonder if Earl has any physical insecurities. You know, maybe when he takes his pants off or something like that. And
Earl,
another
take your
thing,
pants off and see if you can relax and feel good. Just take your pants off and walk around so we can make sure you're okay.
I'll check.
I'm dropping my pants.
You don't have to pull anything else. Let's just see you walking around in your underwear.
Do it. Everyone does it from time to time.
Yo, Ron.
You do. I don't.
Yo, Ron. Ron.
Yes, sir.
Yo, check it out. Also, on a serious note, maybe he may be trying to protect someone else. Maybe there's something up with him that he may be trying to protect another person from that. I don't know.
I think you may be right. I think Earl's dating a listener that we maybe don't know about.
No, I'm not. I am not dating anyone right now. That's the God's honest truth.
He's dating Bobo.
Not dating Bobo.
Are you with Bobo? Just let me
No.
know. I won't be mad.
Bobo's
Jeff,
nice.
you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, I think maybe Earl's hermaphrodite. You know, maybe it's not that he's not liking the girls or the guys, but he's got some stuff that he doesn't
He's self-satisfied. Earl, if you're a hermaphrodite, I want you to know something. I will accept you.
I'm not a
And
hermaphrodite.
so will every member of this team. All right, they're going to tease a little bit, but then it'll stop and they'll forget about it. You just put up with a little bit of razzing like Jackie Robinson when he started. But you could be the first hermaphrodite in radio.
It's not such a bad thing. I own some movies of Earl's people.
I bet
his
you do.
hermaphrodite people.
I bet that's the only movie.
Well, I didn't buy them voluntarily.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Hermaphrodite.
You were forced to buy them?
No, they were given to me.
Buy? What sick person would hand them out?
Photoshop Mike.
Photoshop Mike.
Sorry
This
to
is
rat
how-
you.
This is how far you've lowered yourself.
Sorry to rat you.
This is how low you've fallen in life. That you and Photoshop Mike share urges. Your mom didn't raise you that way.
No, she didn't. I am ashamed.
Yeah, you should be.
Thank God I'm not spending Easter Saturday with them. I couldn't even look them in the eye.
All right, the Muse. I can't even see the Muse. Everything's totally thrown off. Here's Michael Savage. You're on Ron and Fez.
I think Jamie Lee Douglas, his perfect Tyra Banks would have Scotch breath.
Thank you very much.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, well, he's Douglas.
Oh.
His last name's Douglas. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, the problem with all these girls is they haven't spent any time in Bellevue yet.
Mm-hmm. Now, Casey said the person that he talked about, tall, built, nice tan skin. Basically, Earl's talking about RuPaul, who you worked with before, right?
Yes,
Earl?
I worked with RuPaul.
You better work.
Have you ever done this? Did you fantasize about Ru?
No, not at all.
Or do you just call him Paul? What does that name even mean, RuPaul?
I don't know what it's supposed to be. Are you Paul, I think.
No, really?
Are you
Paul?
Are you Paul, like, are you a guy?
I got that part of it,
Yeah.
are you? But is that what it means, Earl?
I have no idea, but every time I met him, he was always dressed as a guy. He was never in the full RuPaul getup.
So disappointed. Were you so disappointed? Todd, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
There's a silly name.
Really?
It's all right.
Monkey House.
Monkey House, how are you?
Good. This is really easy. Earl hates deep down the Ron and Fez show, and he
That's
doesn't
true.
want to have anything to do with.
You hate
with it
us
on the
and our
outside.
listeners.
I do not hate the Ron and Fez show at all. I love you guys.
You want RuPaul. All right, they all have Fez wants RuPaul up over and over.
They can take that down.
Radio Shark.
Hey, get off Earl's back. Leave him alone. Don't you know who you're messing with? You're messing with Mr. Perfect. Isn't he 7-0? If he changes, he's going to ruin his mojo. So what if for the past 17 years he wants to dress as an umpire? Get off his back. The money machine.
Dresses as an
The money
umpire.
machine, baseball season's coming up. So what if he doesn't want to date? That's okay.
Boy, you really did so great with that one call, and there hasn't been anything since.
That was it.
Yeah, but he had a great one. So much that he was actually cocky at the last party. Actually cocky.
He came fashionably late, very fashionably late.
Gary.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good news. I got an Entourage prize pack for you.
Hold on, buddy. You'll get the Entourage gift pack. That includes Entourage Season 3, Part 1 on DVD, plus plenty of other great stuff. Entourage, all new episodes coming back this Sunday, 10 o'clock, right after The Sopranos, only on HBO.
All for being one of the last callers. That's all you really had to do. All you had to pull off. Well, Fezzy, I don't want to forget about him. It's the Daily Leader. Later.
Yeah, I think Earl just likes staring at himself in the mirror, Silence of the Lamb style.